It's a fun story as I kick audio live here. Um, I got what was a suspected spam call on my phone not so long ago. Turns out it's
Hmm.
from some 69-year-old lady in Arizona,
Huh. Interesting.
which definitely means it was spam. And block.
Was it
And
spam or was it just a horrible misdial?
well,
Hmm.
they didn't
Yes.
leave a message, so I'm assuming it's spam, marking it as such, and they can deal with it. Hey Verizon, I don't know if this is actually spam or not, but I'm telling you it is, so you can auto block it for other people. They can just not call me, and that won't be a problem.
And then we can bah.
The funny thing is, I looked up the number, and the number resolves to some 69-year-old lady in Arizona, but the actual caller ID claims it's from Nevada City, California, which is,
Yeah, it could just be spoofing the number.
yeah, probably,
Yeah.
which is definitely spam at that point.
Yep.
Or
Yep.
more
Yep. Yep.
accurately, probably some kind of scam and not spam, but tomato to nuclear warhead.
Yeah.
It's your long lost auntie needing money.
Oh, by the way, El, did you and Serge, did either of you see that they dropped the new Mystic Code in JP for the Christmas event over there, and we finally get a Santa outfit for the for,
Yes,
for the Goudas? Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
God. And no, I did not.
Anyhow, previously,
Hi, Pen.
now finally back to the game after 2 weeks. The group spend 20 minutes remembering what the hell they were even doing last time before eventually making their way down the now thankfully detrapped hallway they stopped next to before. After making it to the main hub of the cave, one of the local guild members approaches Inu to ask if he'd be interested in commissioning a heroic portrait of himself from the man's pet artist. The pet part of that statement turned out to be a bit more literal than preferred, though, when Oscar, the artist in question, reveals that he's actually a literal slave who's being forced to paint against his will. As slavery doesn't tend to be a very cash money trade to participate in, Inu returns to the prior mentioned scumbag and charismas him into handing over Oscar at a steep discount. In a fit of gratitude for this gesture, Oscar then decides to explain how he ended up here in a story involving some typical bard-like behavior of having run off to hide in the countryside for a while after pissing off his patron-stroke fiance from talking about his many past lovers. Now hearing the man's tale of woe, Inu decides he hasn't spent enough money on Oscar yet and hands him a wad of cash so he can run off to Baldur's Gate, trademark, to probably become a quest giver later or something. Once Oscar finally runs off, the game sees fit to inform the group that purchasing a man filled them with inspiration for reasons that can't possibly be good and are better to not question. With the group now proud owners of their very own commissioned artist, they continue through the assassin hideout while being mindful to not walk into the copious amounts of proximity bombs that are set up around the place for some reason. After dawdling around for a while looking at things he can't steal, Inu eventually heads over to speak to Zeris, the seeming leader of the guild here, who thanks the group for saving her people from the gnolls, Rugen begrudgingly included, and repays them by handing over an expensive crossbow that somehow does more damage against people who don't know how to talk good. Your guess is as good as mine for how that works. With the fancy self-fodder crossbow now in hand, Inu goes back to looting everything that isn't figuratively nailed down and ends up reading some more books aloud after grabbing them out of some nearby storage bins, which thankfully none of the local assassins seem to take notice of. Unfortunately, however, while Inu is busy reading his legitimately acquired books, Natsu ends up pissing off around half of the cave's assassin population after deciding that he wanted to disarm one of their proxy mines just to see if he could.
Right.
Thankfully, this wasn't the worst thing, as half of the assassins who got pissed off were only temporarily murderous and would eventually return to normal should all the group just run away. Unthankfully, however, this then actually turns into the worst thing when Inu ends up not having enough movement to make it into fleeing distance, but did have just enough movement range to get far enough back to alert the other half of the cave that there was a combat happening. With 100% of the cave now pissed the fuck off and demanding the heads of everyone in the group, the others aren't left with much choice but to return to the cave to see if it's even remotely possible to salvage this shit show. Spoilers, it absolutely wasn't, but it might have been if y'all had just stayed in camp until I died. Like, if y'all had not come back, we might have been able to salvage that after I got killed. With the group now
probably.
having to redo literally everything they did since the start of the stream because Natsu hadn't requested a contingency save in case things went horribly south while messing with the assassin's property. Appreciate that. Everyone does their best to speedrun back
They
to where
went
they were
wildly out
so
of path.
rudely interrupted by a hail of violence.
Wildly out of path. I watched them for multiple minutes, and they kept repeating the same route.
Yeah, but this is also Larian.
Yep.
With the group's progress now reclaimed, Dinu investigates around the proxy bombs himself to see what they're about when he's helpfully informed by one of the nearby guards that the bombs are there to collapse the cave in after the guild ships out so that the fists won't be able to discover their former hideout, which pretty efficiently explains why literally everyone was so pissed when Natsu tried to disarm one earlier. Now being sure not to touch any of the aggro-inducing death bombs, Inu moves further into the cave and chats with a couple of the guild's guard puppers. Once the doggos have been conversed, Inu's camera temporarily freaks the fuck out as he discovers a secret elevator hidden behind a secret or rock wall even further back into the secretest cave. Since the group isn't going to just not take the mysterious secret elevator into hell, Natsu lockpicks the shit out of the control panel and they descend down into the even secreter realm of giant glowing mushrooms. Upon stepping into the mushroom cave, the group immediately gets distracted by a bunch of alcohol-filled crates and run around stealing all the booze they can until Inu's brain is suddenly hijacked by a mysterious rumbling voice that clearly doesn't understand the concept of phrasing, with the voice that definitely wasn't just the grave mind from Halo now being viciously mocked for its inability to get phrasing. The group continues their booze looting until they happen to spot a Minotaur in the distance. Wanting to see if he could potentially use one of his mind powers to speak to the singular Minotaur, Inu and the others run off at full tilt towards it until they are immediately stopped dead in their tracks after nearly walking face first into a literal death trap at the bottom of a ladder. Once the trap is eventually navigated, the group continues to approach the singular Minotaur, only for them to realize moments too late that the singular part wasn't actually all that accurate, as the situation couldn't get any worse. As if the situation couldn't get any worse, it's now it's at this point where the group finally take their eyes away from the two incredibly pissed off Minotaurs to notice that the floor around their feet also happens to be littered with landmines. Now entirely unsure of what to do at this point, Sarge resorts to rapidly spinning in a circle like some sort of Red Sea parting Beyblade in an attempt to not end up blowing anyone else up with the mines. Not really feeling like dealing with this issue right now, Natsu and Inu decide to just nonchalantly launch one of the Minotaurs off a fucking cliff before then turning around to play force tennis with each other by using the remaining Minotaur as a ball and the field of landmines as the court. With the Minotaurs having been dealt with in less effort than was even required for killing a handful of goblins, the group continues through the mushroom cavern until coming across a third Minotaur trying to break its way through a set of gates while being pelted with numerous defense turrets. This goes as well as you'd think for it. Upon approaching the mysterious ruins for themselves, Natsu discovers a tiny, just big enough for a halfling to crawl through. I think the word hole is supposed to be there somewhere, but it's not. Which fortunately turns out to be an alternate way into the ruins that doesn't involve being shot to death by magic murder turrets. With everyone now teleporting into the ruins, thanks to the waypoint Natsu automatically triggered just on the other side of the crawl space, some security system they had there, huh? They're quick to find a bunch of scattered notes left by a bunch of researchers who were apparently too stupid to research their way into not getting murdered by drow. Hey, so I see a petrified drow out the window here. Can't say I'm a fan of that. And why not? What's better than a petrified drow? What do you have against drow exactly? Come on, Natsu, don't take it personally. After all, you're one of the good ones.
Oh my god!
You know that
Oh my god!
you know that just makes you sound worse, right? After a while of continued looting and or vandalizing of the mysterious ruins, Natsu eventually comes to the realization that this area may in fact be Act 2 content and that turning around may be a good idea. Confident in his second-hand knowledge that continuing down this path will be Daijobu and that everybody was gonna happy because they definitely wouldn't end up skipping any Act 1 content. By continuing to explore the area, Inu presses on anyways, only to be met with a literal stone wall mere moments later. So I guess he wasn't technically wrong. With there now being nothing to gain by staying in the dark tunnels, the group teleport back out to the overworld so they can continue exploring the area around the still very on fire Joachim's Rest. Inu then finally gets fed up enough with his new PC not playing well with the game and nearly threatens to strangle it to death until he realizes the game simply wasn't set to the right display mode yet. With that hour-long issue having finally been sorted, Inu proceeds to walk about 10 feet to the south before suddenly getting jump-scared by the dragon-riding Gith that he actually saw forever ago and forgot existed until now. Wondering what that dude is up to, Inu walks over to a nearby overlook to get a better view of what's going on, only to get accosted by some racist lady who immediately begins shouting racial slurs at him. The racist asshole, unsurprisingly, waits all of 3 seconds before deciding to pull out another racial slur and a knife to try gutting Inu on the grounds that she doesn't want him alerting the nearby Gith patrol to her presence, a task that would only be made easier by starting a loud confrontation no more than 100 feet away from them, so good job, lady. This attempt at racially motivated violence doesn't get far, however, as after taking only a single swing, the combat is subsequently interrupted by a cutscene of the Gith patrol blowing up a bridge and the soldiers on it using their dragon. Now realizing that maybe her recent life choices were a terrible mistake, the racist lady rather wisely decides to just run the fuck away while trying her best to shit herself in fear. Not to shit herself in fear? I don't know, whatever. Inu then tries his best to wrap his head around the fuck just happened while also attempting to ignore El's openly fantasizing about dragons in the background. Soon after this, the group ends up split in half by a jump that Natsu and Inu's weak barred legs are too skinny to leap over, which causes El and Sarge to wander off on their own for a bit. Seeing no reason to worry over this, Inu continues off on his scavenging, only to grow increasingly confused over what's going on with the others because everyone else refused to just use words to describe what was going on. After finally being informed that El got hijacked into a cutscene that the game didn't alert Inu to, he switches his perspective over to El's just in time to see Karlak get thrown into the Shadow Realm by a haunted D20. Understandably confused about how Shadowheart's fancy D20 magically ended up in their pockets, as well as why it's suddenly asking them to go find a powerful weapon for it, the group don't even have time to ask what the hell's going on before they end up more confused when the D20 decides to glue itself into El's inventory. Once everyone regains their bearings after witnessing that surprise match of dungeon dice monsters, Inu begins wandering around on his own to search for a path towards the others, despite their well-reasoned protests to the contrary, because it'll be fine. I'm mostly being safe about it. I'm skipping everything that happened with the bugbear and the ogre, because having to write about anything about it was genuinely killing my motivation to finish this session's notes. After that, the group scout around the area for any more bugbears. Upon finding one sleeping nearby, they end up killing it so quickly that the game nearly has an aneurysm trying to figure out if it has to initiate a combat encounter or not. Once the game remembers how make brain work again, the group fans out to search for any more targets, which leads to Inu spotting a group of goblin scouts atop a nearby building literal seconds before Sarge finished climbing to that very same roof and immediately getting caught because he didn't bother to check it properly first. Thankfully, though, despite his character's woeful lack of any form of charisma, Sarge still manages to bullshit his way through the conversation to prevent a confrontation due to abusing Inu's ability to read minds. Once Sarge has subsequently been given the requisite amount of shit for not checking his corners for hostiles, the group once again fan out to search for loot before getting startled by a sudden quest pop-up to kill the goblins, which caused most of them to assume they entered combat until Natsu clarified it was just from a notebook he picked up. Sarge once again fails to get a reference Inu and Natsu make to an old children's show, with Bio for once being unable to blame him since he also had no clue what they were talking about. Amidst his stunned silence at Sarge not understanding his reference, Inu ends up finding Auntie Ethel, who's just here for some reason in the middle of nowhere.
What show did we reference?
Being accosted by a couple of...
SpongeBob?
No, Bio definitely would have got SpongeBob.
Oh, I forgot what it was.
Being accosted by a couple of dudes who really aren't falling for her "I'm definitely not a hag" act and are rather politely, if out of fear, asking her to return their missing sister, Myrina. Not really seeing the situation as a threat, Inu decides to crack some bard jokes about how Ethel definitely isn't a hag just because she lives in a swamp and does weird magics, which ends up startling the two men into starting an altercation because they thought Inu was there to kill them because he already knew Ethel. Despite starting a combat not having been his initial plan, Inu's assumption that there wasn't a threat here is proven correct nonetheless when it turns out that Both of the scared men are only level 1 with a single-digit health value. Feeling sorry for these poor guys, since they clearly had no idea what they were getting into, Natsu elects to set the party to using non-lethal damage so they can walk away from this without much more than some harsh bruising for their trouble. Or at least that's what he wanted to do, until Sarge decided to respond to the absolutely minuscule amount of chip damage he took from one of their attacks by swinging at the guys so fucking hard that he literally fucking exploded after taking nearly triple his maximum health and damage. Since Sarge had apparently already decided that he wanted to be fucking Shadow Guys today for some reason, everyone else sighs in resignation as Sarge then proceeds to sprint at full tilt towards the remaining man to lob his head off in a single swing.
I repeat, you monster.
Not fazed in the slightest over this completely unnecessary display of gruesome hyper murder on innocent civilians, Ethel immediately turns around and begins giving the most insincere, "Oh, I never meant for this to happen," I've heard in months, before going on to say, "Oh, but I definitely do actually have their sister with me at my cottage." When questioned over what the fuck that was all about, then, as if to prove a point about just how fucking bad she is at hiding the fact that she's secretly a hag, Ethel proceeds to teleport away in a puff of green smoke, as if that was just a completely normal thing that completely normal and definitely not secretly a hag people do all the time. After then finding a note from Mayrina on one of the splotches of red paste on the ground, which used to be her brother's, that explained she was going to go see the hag about something, everyone collectively agrees to pretend this never happened, as Elle's busy telling a cat to stop trying to steal her juice. It's not long after this, however, that Inu's wizard sense begins to go off when he approaches a pleasant-looking meadow full of sheep, and after a quick dice re-roll, because 1/3 wizard apparently isn't wizardy enough, he's able to see that the pleasant meadow is actually just an ugly-looking swamp full of deadly traps, because Ethel really is just that obvious about the hag thing. Since they obviously aren't going to just not go exploring the deadly swamp of secrets, the group immediately charge headlong into the bog to search for things to sell and targets to kill, which leads to Inu's body getting riddled with shrapnel from half a dozen fragmentation mines for their trouble. Once Sarge finally manages to stop Inu from profusely bleeding onto everything, most of the group is then pulled into a conversation with the Red Cap, which I guess are just dudes wearing red hats. I'd figured they'd be mushroom people or something, which the game once again neglects to auto-include Inu in because of reasons. The conversation with the Red Cap then takes a very interesting turn when he turns out to be a very serious method actor who refuses to speak at anything other than "bah," because he doesn't want to break character, as the sheep he was cast as in the illusionary meadow the Death Swamp originally appeared as. Not wanting to ruin the man's day, for now at least, Natsu instead decides to commend this commitment to his role by baaing back at him in turn to make him believe he's still seeing the illusion as the group make their way further into the Death Swamp. Inu and Natsu then spend the next several minutes conversing with each other solely in "bah" until yet another attempted juice theft by an errant cat forces them to pivot into making SpongeBob references instead. Sarge then admits that he somehow can't even get SpongeBob references of all things, which is such an affront to all that's holy in this world that it actually causes Bio to die a little inside. As if answering a prayer, the game then decides to deliver unto the group the only concept powerful enough to distract them from the sin that was just committed: a psychotic murder frog. The murder frog's bloodlust turns out to be too much to contain within a single body, as it begins the battle by immediately using a shadow clone jutsu to give itself enough bodies to throw hands with everyone at once. Natsu's quick to disperse the shadow clones, however, which gives Inu the opportunity to make the mistake of attempting to shove the murder frog with his bare hands. Inu's attack was successful in killing the blood-raged amphibian, but its lust for blood was simply too powerful to be stopped by death, as its murderous wrath was all transferred into Inu as one final act of violent revenge. With Inu now fueled by the rageful soul of a murderous psycho frog, the combat screen immediately pops open once more as he begins to uncontrollably take swings at his own party in a mindless fit of mad. Wait,
Oh no.
I have a scroll of
Be
fireball?
mad.
Elle said to herself quietly in a bout of foreshadowing. Okay, I just turned on lethal. Wait, no, I meant, yes, kill the non-believer. You must strike me down now, or else I shall become more powerful than any amphibian could ever hope to be. You guys know we just need to wait a turn, right? Kill me, you cowards! Sarge at this point shows how little attention he's been paying for the past half hour, as he repeats that switching on non-lethal for himself also did so for everyone else, as if it was a new piece of tech, despite this exact thing being mentioned 2 to 3 times since the Gaius incident earlier. Thankfully, committing lethal on Inu turned out to not be necessary in the end, as Natsu was able to calm him from his frog-induced wrath by summoning an illusionary kitty for him to stare at for a while. With Inu now unmaiated, the group moved to search the forest more before Elle ends up confusing everyone by suddenly shouting to get the hell out of her face when she was actually talking to some thieving cats. They're very persistent, if nothing else. Some walking and more bah later, and the group finally make it to Auntie Ethel's house, only to ignore the shit out of it because they haven't had enough death swamp yet. Speaking of death, not far from the entrance to Ethel's house, Natsu finds an old well that very obviously is full of rancid and decaying corpses, which of course prompts him to say, stay the fuck away from that and do not drink from it. As any sane person would. As Inu is not a sane person, however, he of course took those words of warning as a challenge, and after inspecting the rancid corpse water, decides, fuck it, we ball, and shotguns as much of the shit as his stomach can handle, because that's what his hero Shiro Emiya would do. Much to the utter astonishment of everyone else, Inu is actually rewarded for this utterly ridiculous decision by being granted a metric fuckload of buffs until his next long rest, because that's what Shiro motherfucking Emiya would have done. With it now being confirmed to them that their moronic actions have no consequences, everyone else decides to opt onto the fuck it we ball approach and chug down their fill of cadaverific corpse water to gain temporarily unlimited power. Continuing to ignore Ethel's house because they don't want to bother with the hag yet, the group continue exploring the death swamp for any blackmail to use against the child-murdering bitch back at the druid camp, until Inu ends up attacked by a bunch of woodwodes and mud mephits. At this point, I feel like the game is just making shit up to fuck with me. The mephits then spend all their turns for the round summoning a literal army of mud mephit reinforcements, only for the number of available methods to instantly drop back down to 0 with a single shout of target-rich environment from Elle, which she then decides to make use of the scroll of giant fucking fireballs she found in her pocket earlier. Amidst the unsung shower of mud mephit viscera and Elle's cacophony of completely inaudible laughing, Inu finds himself momentarily impressed with this display of widespread carnage before the realization finally dawns on him that he could have used that scroll of giant fucking fireball to have learned how to do that on command instead of having just been a one-time use fireworks display. Once Inu's annoyance subsides and the woodwodes, yep, still sounds fake as hell, and the remainder of the mud mephits are exploded, which turns out to just be their natural response to death for some reason. Shit's weird here in the death swamp. The group are successfully able to find some blackmail material against the child-murdering druid bitch, whose name I forgot was actually Kaga, but who cares, and thus continue with their swamp looting. Ow, my fingy hurt, said the giant unstoppable murder hulk that is Karlak after getting a small cut from a bramble bush. Sarge finally understood a reference made by somebody else, which caused everyone in the group to pause and openly congratulate him for this occasional ability to have a soul. Turns out that Karlak's eager response to the small cut she got on her finger was actually underselling the gravity of the situation, as the small bramble cut pretty much immediately gets infected and starts literally rotting away her flesh, all in a matter of minutes, because poison death swamp. With 3/4 of the group now suffering from an advanced stage of finger rot because there'd be a lot of sharp plants in the swamp, Inu is momentarily startled by a concerning scream-like noise until he happens upon a small campsite consisting of a still-lit campfire completely surrounded by pools of blood. With most of the party's fingies being sufficiently hurted and most of them likewise also running low on spell slots, the decision is made to finally head back to camp for a long rest. Wait, why the hell do I have so many shovels in my pocket? Inu said, after having forgotten about the numerous crates full of giant novelty spoons he looted while stealing everything in sight back at the Assassin's Guild hideout. Now back at the camp, the group's rest, as usual, ends up getting put on hold when some of the tag-along crew end up having some new things to say to them. Since Will has certainly been had the most time with the storytelling stick thus far, the group elects to put him on the back burner for the moment so they can instead talk to Gale about the mysterious condition he has that requires him to eat arcane boots every few days to consume the magic weed infused in them. Not seeing this as anything out of the ordinary and figuring it not really something requiring a follow-up question such as, "You sure you aren't making this the fuck up?" The group obviously elect to feed Gale some of their spare boots, only to run into the often forgotten problem of Inu's inability to read. Alright there, you should be able to feed him the spicy hell sword now. Except I literally can't because it says right here that Gale can't absorb the spicy sword. I get what you're saying, and your logic is pretty sound, but if you consider that you didn't factor your inability to read into your findings. See, this is why I'm only 1/3 wizard. With Gale's metaphorical demons, important to make the distinction considering now asleep after chomping on a spicy hell sword. I guess swords are kinda like boots, if you don't know what boots are. The group turned their attention over to Will to see what he's been up to, only to get interrupted by their brain slugs once they get near him. With the magic of the slug network having instantly filled Will in on all the burninating that went on at Joachim's Rest, Will immediately jumps at the idea of putting everything else aside to go rescue Grand Duke Ravengard, and then proceeds to nonchalantly mention the tiny little mostly unimportant fact that his fucking dad is actually the damn Grand Duke.
Yeah.
Dude really needs to work on mentioning stuff like this before it actually comes up. After giving Will a bit more shit for his inability to just say things, which he agrees is honestly pretty well deserved on his end by this point, he brings up that kidnapping the Grand Duke seems a bit above the pay grade of the Drow, and that there has to be someone higher up that actually gave them orders to do so. Okay, I guess. With the usual sound of telling Will to just use his damn words more often now over with, Inu of course starts to hit on him again because Bard. As Will is as of yet unwilling to show how terrible he is at dancing, everyone else goes to talk to Solgaleo about how vampires are made, which confuses the hell out of Inu when people once again start responding to conversations he didn't even know were happening. It's at this point, about 15 minutes left in the session, that someone finally mentions that since Inu's window display settings got changed around with the new PC, it likely meant his auto-join conversation setting was probably toggled off as well. Would have maybe been nice to throw that out there the first 3 to 4 times this happened earlier, but oh well. With the conversation joining issue finally resolved, Solgaleo says a bunch of extra sounding shit that makes no sense since Inu and by extension Bio missed the first half of his dialogue, so no mind is paid to his ramblings so that Inu can instead go play fetch with the puppy. Once the good boy has been sufficiently petted, everyone heads over to their beds to get some sleep, just to have their rest interrupted by a scene of Inu shambling away to stare off into space in the middle of the night because brain slug level go up. Since Inu's brain is currently too busy getting melted from the inside out, he ends up being just a bit too woozy to notice Lae'zel sneaking up behind him with a knife in her hand to try pulling what has become a typical Lae'zel move at this point. With the edge of her knife now firmly pressed against Inu's throat, Lae'zel once again gives the whole spiel about how the squidification process works and states that she's going to kill Inu, turn everyone else in the camp, and then finally herself to make sure there won't be any new squid scuttling about on her watch. Not really sure how she plans to take down Karlak with just that dinky knife of hers without getting ripped in half first, but can't say I expect good ideas from Lae'zel at this point. Before Lae'zel can actually enact her death by Karlak plan, Inu simply says, "Bitch, I'm just shaky from some rancid corpse juice I drank earlier. Please fuck off." Which for some reason is enough to convince Lae'zel that she's just going crazy and was simply imagining the brain slug problem getting worse. With Lae'zel now giving up on her previously planned murder spree, for now at least, everyone lays back down to sleep, only to in turn start tripping out of their goddamn minds when the putrid corpse water they each drank several gallons of earlier finally gets to their heads. Amidst the sudden acid trip the group is now stuck in, they each see themselves visited by personalized mind ghosts that have allegedly halted the progression of their brain slugs just in time, before then showing them a bunch of third creepo shots of the mind ghosts staring at them during various plot scenes the group has been through thus far. The mind ghosts then, for some reason, bring everyone to that bar from Guardians of the Galaxy that was built on the inside of a massive space skull, where they proceed to tell them in an incredibly sketchy manner that they should actually abuse the power of their brain slugs instead of trying to resist them, which is advice that Inu and Bio, for that matter, don't trust for a fucking second. The Mind Ghosts then show one final and rather vague vision of a bunch of featureless ghosts made out of fire, flying out of the skull bar and blasting each other into explosions with magic. Before the Mind Ghosts then say that they must now go as their people need them and float away from the top of the screen. With everyone now finally waking up from their acid trip, which is genuinely as good an answer as any for any of that weird shit they just saw, and sick to their stomachs because of the disgusting well water they drank yesterday, they do their best to dust themselves off and not puke their guts out so they can get ready to return to the swamp to murder the Redcaps. Apparently not having seen the violent drug trip from the prior night and debilitating pain that's currently hitting his everything is enough reason to think of it as a bad decision, Inu immediately sprints back over to the fetid well full of rotten corpse water to get him some sip. Unsurprisingly for everyone but Inu, God did not see fit to reward him for taking the dumbass option twice in a row, and thus, instead of giving him a plethora of buffs for drinking from the well, he's instead rewarded with every disease known to man. With Inu now essentially a walking corpse, guess he just felt like doing Lae'zel's job for her at this point, the group moved to continue their quest for Redcap extermination before remembering that there's actually only like 4 minutes left on the stream at this point. Feeling that this would be a pretty lame to end the session, the group instead decided to strike up with a nearby traveler they just noticed named Grendel, not to be confused with Grendel. Grendel quickly excuses himself for smelling as terrible as he does, since he regularly coats himself with powdered metal plants. Can't imagine that's great for your skin. To keep monsters away, to which Inu responds with a bah! Not thinking of an actual follow-up question, Inu asks what Grendel is even doing here in the Death Swamp, and is met with the obvious reply that he's here to ask the local hag for some information on the whereabouts of a monster he's hunting. Grendel initially elects not to mention to the group what it actually is he's hunting, since he doesn't want to pull uninvolved people into his own problems and potentially get them killed for it. Pretty fair, honestly. But after further prodding from Inu to just tell him the damn secret already, Grendel gives him the significantly less obvious answer that he's actually been hunting down Solgaleo this entire time. Wait, you're hunting that guy back at the camp who drank all my blood a few days ago? Sorry, the guy who did what? Me drink well water, me brain don't work good now. Right. Well, if you do hear anything about Astarion, please be sure to let me know. At least once whatever is wrong with you wears off. And with that, Inu having somehow managed to successfully bullshit his way through that conversation with the most obvious lies possible, the session ends as the group square up to murder all the Redcap sheep next session, despite Natsu's insistence that they could definitely, maybe, somehow, possibly murder all the fake sheep in the span of the 30-ish seconds that were actually left in the session by that point.
Oh boy.
So,
I love these recaps.
Redcap
They're-
sheep
they're
murders.
Fucking wonderful.
Raffi. That was not a... Okay, see, that's not a show. That's a musician. There was a dude that made children's music. I have like 2 or 3 of his cassettes around somewhere.
Is it bad that I have to expect somebody at some point to go, what's a cassette?
Oh.
What's a laser disc?
What's a CD?
CD's nuts.
What's a VCR?
Best be on my way.
My soul, it hurts.
VC these nuts are...
Eh, got him.
Got him.
Hey, what's a floppy disk?
I'll insert my floppy disk into your hard drive.
Damn right.
Oh baby.
Then again, if you're inserting a floppy disk into a hard drive, you're breaking
You're doing it
one
very
or
wrong.
both of those devices without
Yeah.
question.
Yes.
Both. I'd go with both.
And very probably both, yes.
Inserting my floppy drive into your disk drive?
That's
Don't put a floppy
definitely
drive
gonna-
into a CD drive. That you can't fit a square peg in a round hole like that.
That's
I mean,
not without gumption.
I was gonna say you can, but you're definitely breaking something at that point.
Dear sir or madam, your CD tray is not a floppy drive.
It is not a cup holder either. Alright, well, so we're starting a murder party, right?
I got to listen to a guy at work yesterday try to describe to somebody on the phone what the Windows key was. It's like,
Oh
no.
no.
So there's a Windows key on your keyboard. It's
Oh,
It's the
no.
one that looks like the Windows logo. No, it's the Windows one. No, not no, the Windows one. It looks like 4 squares.
Oh my god.
To be fair, the guy that was doing this was being like so remarkably patient, and there's like 4 others of us in the room, and we're just like, how is he doing?
Carefully.
Meanwhile, the rest of us are just like, tell them to just look at the bottom left of their keyboard. Control Windows Alt. It's not that hard. Or possibly Control Function Windows Alt, depending on their laptop
Yeah,
keyboard
My
layout.
laptop. Just remember, I had to teach someone what capital letters were.
If everyone
What?
else minds their business,
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll be fine.
She's told this story multiple times.
How do I make the number? How do I make the letters big on the keyboard, Al?
Out of mind. Better be cautious.
Yeah, the person that called needing a password reset didn't understand uppercase. Didn't understand capital letters either.
Lovely.
So I had to be like, you know, how to make the letters big?
You make numbers go big?
Don't want to draw
Alright,
any
how are we gonna
attention.
handle all these word caps?
I'm gonna wait for them to stop knocking me out of stealth, is what I'm gonna do.
Good luck. Shove that one off the ledge over towards that one. Get them nice and grouped up.
Just out of view. Softer than a whisper.
Towards what one?
That's a
In this general area, because that's where the other two like to congregate. That didn't immediately put us into combat?
Evidently not.
Apparently they
Pardon.
think we're just being a dick to animals.
I didn't knock him off. I could throw him far enough.
Well.
Temporarily hostile.
There is one other way to get them off of the ledge.
Well, I mean, they're temporarily hostile. So,
How did that... Literally, how did that not hit? It didn't even say that they made their save. It just didn't hit. Okay.
Okay. Alright. Alright, that skill's not available. Okay, we're just gonna smash him. Why did I go inside him?
I mean, out of all the characters currently running around, Karlak would be the one to go inside another.
well, I heard the word him out of that.
I'm standing in him. Alright.
Wow, that was a big jump.
Bah!
Bar.
Bye.
And apparently hit very hard. How is it?
A
I was
bloodlust
at
creature
full.
can attack 3 times and
Well,
regains
yes,
hit points
but you
that lands
were-
a killing blow.
You were hit for 19 bludgeoning damage.
All I can think is just, good grief.
Oh boy. Yeah. That one can hit 3 times per turn. You do not want that staying next to you.
So noted. I wasn't gonna leave it there anyway, but... Wait, what? Not enough resource. What do you mean not enough resources? Why do I not have an action? Where did my action go? What the
I
hell
don't
happened to
know.
my action?
Because you didn't initiate combat, you didn't do the push,
I
so
sure as
that
shit
shouldn't have
didn't.
done it. And Sarge was the one that was knocked down, so it shouldn't be that either. So I don't rightfully know.
I don't know.
Did you do anything while combat was starting?
No.
Yeah, I got nothing then.
Yeah, I'm just scrolling back through the log and I don't see anything that would indicate either.
Lovely.
Well, not
First
all
the
of
game
my
eats Nazis.
not all of my actions. It's still my bonus action. I just can't cast Thunder Wave with that. Huh.
It sounds like BS to me.
There. I'll bardically inspire Karlak.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
Hmm. %.
Ah, shit.
Well, you got one of them.
Yeah.
I'm afraid to cleave because I think I might hit you, you know.
Ah,
If it-
whatever.
Let's see.
Alright, let's go. Damn it.
You missed.
Yeah, I see that.
Say if you hit this one. Oh wait, no, that's not the one that has the. Where's the one? Oh,
He made his concentration
Yeah.
save.
yeah, this one back here is the one that has concentration on this one over here.
Damn it.
Oh, I stopped performing.
Oh, boo.
You're like, I give you inspiration. I'm like, I forgot how to play music. I've been inspired to cease musical.
Oh god, it wasn't enough.
Oh my lord.
Oh my god!
Well, that was something.
I've never had this much problems with the red caps, and I blame it entirely on our first round of stuff being absolutely broken. Between my Thunder Wave missing and you not having an action.
Oh, you know what? I see why your Thunder Wave missed.
Why?
This guy is not on a yeetable, like, if you look at the stream, you can see the red yeet lines.
Yeah.
That dude doesn't have one.
What the fuck?
Why?
I don't know, but that dude specifically does not get yeeted.
That's some fucking bullshit.
Ow.
Sorry.
It's okay.
How did you fail 2 death saves already, Sarge?
I think
Because
you hit him
you
with the
hit
Thunder
He got
Wave.
stabbed in the ground.
You hit him with the Thunder Wave, which gave him an extra death save. Fail.
There, stop being on the ground dead.
That'll be fixed in a moment by one of the red caps.
Yeah,
Yep.
well. We seem to play a game of ping pong in every combat.
Yeah. Literally can't. Feel nice.
Fuck you.
No, the
Alright.
camera has yeeted me into some kind of red cloth for some reason.
Yep.
It's from the red cap I murdered, I think.
Literally, the game's like, you want to see red cap ass, right? Of course you do.
Maybe target is blocked.
Oh, hello, Willow.
Target's blocked.
Oh, hi.
Why did it hit? Literally, the one in front of me is the.
So,
Wait,
what did it hit?
L.
It blinded her. So, color spray blinds creatures up to a combined 33 hit points, but it's in a cone. I was trying to get the red cap directly in fucking front of me, and instead it got L first and ate up the rest of the hit points because this thing has 30.
This is going
I don't
swimmingly.
fucking care. Get me the fuck out of this melee.
Oh, that one just shouted at us from over there. Oh, you're gonna be hag meat. Yeah, okay. Okay,
Alright,
boomer.
Not enough resources.
Good shove. Willow got a set of funny names spices.
Yeah, okay.
Outrage tastes like salt, black pepper, red pepper, citric acid, shallot, lemon peel, white pepper, garlic, and onion. That's certainly a lot of things.
Yeah. And also, that's very specific, so you either have a very solid palette, or it's printed somewhere on the Outrage label.
See, if you move a little forward, you should be able to avoid getting Sergeant L caught up in the Thunder Wave. As long as it's actually showing you that the red caps are actually going to move from this. Otherwise, it's probably not worth moving up.
Yeah, that's the thing, is I'm trying
The
to
label.
determine. Oh, you know what else is the case?
Is it
That
the
I-
slightly elevated
Yes,
rock?
they're slightly on a higher plane.
Oh my
That's why your
God.
first one missed. They were slightly on a higher plane.
That is the smallest difference in height elevation.
And yet, fucking matters.
I mean, I figured outrage, spite, hate. That sounds like the kind of things that go well in cooking. And also, Larian Studios. 2-inch height difference. Well, you are now unyeatable, untouchable, and you get insert extra amount of ability to hit. New meta at the tabletop. I'm gonna just stand on top of this other character here. I now have advantage on all of my attacks. Pretty much, Bio. That's what it seems like.
Fucking apparently.
Alright, Inu, before I went on night shift, wasn't there a D&D campaign that was getting kicked off where after my one character retired, you had, was it a dwarf or a gnome with a lance and were using my character as a mount?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
I kind of want to see that duo come back.
I was a tiny paladin wearing full heavy armor with like a full-sized lance. And my entire character was built on the idea that I was just doing mounted combat, but rather than having a horse, which would have made sense, I used the barbarian in our party as my mount. So, because I realized in 5e, there's actually like a weird thing that you can do where because he's a character, he can move on his turn, but because I am riding him and he is acting as my mount, I can control his movement on my turn. So we can move twice at his movement speed, which is higher than my movement speed, But anytime that he's like moving around, I'm also going with him, so I'm getting way more movement than I'm supposed to get. We're getting into better positioning, and then I can like lance people from horseback. It was a stupid build, and I wanted to play with it, and then shit happened. It was very sad.
Yeah.
Boy. How do I deal with this situation?
I also have my fortune cookie wizard I wanted to play.
Oh yeah, the fortune cookie wizard.
Where all the lines my character said they had to come from fortune cookies. Or a fortune cookie generator.
Oh yeah, Waterdeep Dragon Heist. Yeah, it was that.
Alright, I have blessed everyone. And I think everyone is bardically inspired now? No, everyone but Natsu is bardically inspired.
Yeah, Rune Lords is also the one where it's like, we're gonna play with the crit deck. Oh, you've been beheaded. I am sorry?
That was the one where Sarge got beheaded in the first combat, yeah.
Yeah, first encounter, first goblin.
First encounter, first attack by the first level 1 goblin we encountered, and Sarge got instantly beheaded.
Yep.
I think the only time I've encountered that level of get fucked. Oh, CR1 quarter. So in other words, the match for a level 1 player, theoretically.
A single level 1
Party.
player.
Yeah, theoretically.
Actually, it's CR1 quarter. Like, a single level 1 player should be able to take 4 of them. Is roughly how challenge ratings work. Because the combined challenge rating of the encounter is balanced around the party having an equivalent level. Like, an equivalent additive level.
Yeah, the squishiest thing ever critted and then proceeded to decapitate. The last time I felt that instantly gibbed was in an online match with other human beings. Yeah, I'm gonna use these War Priest charges and just whack.
Well, I mean, like, whatever we use up, we can just go rest back later.
Ooh!
What the hell happened there?
Concentration break?
You had open wounds on you.
Yep.
Oh, that makes more sense.
So you take 2 damage at the start of the turn, and you have disadvantage on Constitution saving throws, which is, concentration.
Yes. Well,
Yes,
that would be
yes,
correct.
Willow. Not by choice. Literally, the party dragged me to a church, bullied the church into resurrecting me, and then saddled me with a debt to the church for potentially a lifetime.
Yeah, but you're not dead.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you complain, but you're not dead. So, frankly, you should be thanking us.
Okay, in before Willow probably decides to have the church somehow be evil and require me to do something because, hey, you owe us.
It's not a JRPG. The church isn't evil.
Bring us the children.
Again, that's Stay Night.
Yes, I'm aware it's the Church of Desna, Willow. But
Everyone is
stop,
now bardically inspired.
But it wouldn't stop the DM from doing some sort of shenanigans of, oh, they were actually cultists in disguise of, or something else.
I thought
You're almost done.
that roach-mocked jester.
I mean, I wouldn't put it past you for it not to have actually been a Church of Desna and actually be a church of some evil god that resurrected me for, oh cool, we have a pawn we can use. Oh, I'm zoomed in on a bush now. Cool. I still can't tell if that nope is slightly sarcastic or, that gives me thoughts. Wait, no, don't say anything.
Definitely both.
Yeah.
Where did the other one go? Oh, he's over here.
Yeah.
Oh!
Oh,
What the hell was the point of that?
your person has been held not to.
Yep, sure has.
Oh my god! You're right.
Dildo's made of pickle. That's just a pickle.
And mistakenly feed them alchemist fire.
Okay, well, just because I don't remember, the whole dildo made of pickles, was that pickles is in the goblin child after being cremated, or...
Yeah, the dildo
Well,
made
to
of
say
pickles
pickle-
is how pickles died. That's true.
Why do I feel like Bio is just listening to this and going, the fuck?
Rightfully so.
Damn, I need to get high. Oh, okay, never mind.
I
I
don't.
mean, you've got gummies and shit with you, so...
I got a tripe tomorrow.
You have time to sleep it off.
Never wanted
I
the easy
do.
path.
Okay, so that was like 4 red caps. How many more of these fuckers are in here?
I want to say there's more over this way, but I don't remember for sure.
Sure not amped listening to most of this.
Well, I mean, is it better or worse than like anime girl thighs?
Like titty milk.
And there is a flavor legitimately called Grandpa's Ashes.
Oh, maybe there aren't more red caps over here. Nice.
I refuse to believe there are only 4 of them in this whole area.
That was more than 4.
Same. Oh. That's ominous looking over in the shadows.
Oh, yeah.
Glowy purple shit?
Oh, you mean out the back of the house that we haven't gone into yet?
Yeah, don't worry about that.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that. We haven't gone there yet.
Letter from M. The letter begins in elegant cursive but ends in a harsh sloping scrawl. Ethel. Forces are at work in Baldur's Gate. The muling wretches are trying to edge me out of my own territory. I've killed at least 4 of their agents. None have talked. Not yet, at least. I doubt you hear anything beyond the bleating of your ridiculous sheep, but if you catch even a whisper, send word. Immediately. M.
Alright.
Ah!
Bah.
I'm going in.
Right behind you.
I don't want
Oh,
a
it didn't
crumb
auto-pull
left
me in.
on
The
that
fuck?
plate,
Same.
girl. Auntie Ethel, please. One more bite and this pie is gonna come back up to say hello.
Don't make me get the wooden spoon. You're eating for two, so get to it. Oh, if it isn't my hero.
Did that just cut
You
off
took
your
ages.
eating
Yeah.
for two?
Come in.
Probably because
come
we're
in.
late into the cutscene.
Feel free to relax yourself and have a cuppa. Hmm?
Have a cup of what?
Gods grant me patience. Eat up, Mayrina. I won't say it again.
Nasty.
Oh God.
I'm not gonna offer any suggestions for this part to avoid spoilers or anything.
Of course. Oh, I'd lose my head if it wasn't attached to me. Now, I must confess, I told a bit of a white lie.
Wow, shocker.
I said I had something at home that could help. Well, that's something.
His death!
was me. Forgive me. I didn't want the Grove's prying eyes in my business. What do you say? Want me to take care of the little bugger?
I know a devil that's offered to remove it.
That'd be interesting.
I see that save.
A devil? Spare me. Blathering windbags in love with the sound of their own voices.
Sounds accurate,
I'm the safer bet. Plus, you'll get to keep your soul.
allegedly.
Okay, what's the price?
Well, that depends on the job. Removing a parasite is no small feat. But I like you, Petal. So I'll only ask for something small. One of your pretty little peepers. I'll pluck it from your head, kiss it for luck, then back in it goes. Won't take but a moment.
Why does
That
it sound like
is
a
my
curse?
price. Nothing more, nothing less.
Ah. Ah, yeah.
Not many know that spell. You're close, but not quite right. Your eyeball is staying in your head, although it would look delightful on a necklace.
Okay, well, if that's not quite it, what is it?
I'm afraid that's my business, Petal. It's nothing nefarious, though. I promise.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
A touch, but sure you've two eyes in your skull, don't you? No need to be precious.
This is a terrible idea.
Oh dear.
Like
Oh boy.
I recognize this is an awful idea.
Oh
How
boy.
badly do you want the parasite out of your skull?
I've also been the queen of bad decisions, though.
Hey, I mean, you
Oh,
drank out of the well, and it turned out well. Da-da-da.
But
Well,
isn't it?
let's go.
Glorious. One moment. Auntie needs her real nails for this.
Yeah.
Just show
Oh
us
my
the
God,
technique.
she's a
Oh, what is
hag.
she's?
Oh,
I'm so shocked.
It's all ogre now. Get out, Miss Swamp.
Ooh.
Much better.
Oh, it kicks me out of the
That
conversation.
human
Get back
Yeah,
here.
same.
Fierce, restrictive.
Like that my options are like, oh man, what the hell are you? Or oh,
Or-
it's a hag.
And a powerful specimen. So it seems like you're
Can-
complimenting her
also
with that one.
3. Oh, cute. Am I supposed to be impressed?
Petal. It is so lovely to be appreciated.
Now the
Magic
question is,
the
does this
lifeblood
only
of
affect
hags.
Inu's character, or does it affect all of us?
One of the best. Now
We'll find out.
choose, which eye will it be? Right or left?
Right, left, or attack.
Well, my right eye is currently covered by my hair, like all of the
So-
time.
Yeah,
Fair.
fair.
Hold on to your knickers. This might sting a bit.
What is it with Larian and wanting to do shit to people's eyes right now?
Uh,
No, that wasn't so bad, was it? Oh, you do make me laugh. No, unless you want tentacles for a tongue, stay absolutely still.
Sure thing.
I've removed one of these buggers before, but it's a touch tricky.
The parasite squirms at the hag's words. Pain builds behind your eye.
One.
You feel the creature writhe as it's dragged towards your ear. Then it bites back, burrowing even deeper into your brain.
Oh, we saw it for a second.
Goddamn wretched! You little shit! You didn't tell me it was Netherese. I'm not touching that!
Netherese? What?
what?
Filthy shadow magic brings nothing but chains and misery. How could I have missed that stink? Like blood and piss congealing on my tongue. Someone's tampered with your parasite. That's likely why you've not turned yet.
Elaborate.
You're as slow as a wet week. That thing has been touched by more than mind flayers. You're a dead soul walking. I can't help you.
Ooh.
I'd kill you for that. But why deny your wriggler the pleasure? But let it not be said that Auntie Ethel doesn't honor her debts. Here, it's on you to fix yourself. Now get out!
Well, what'd she give you?
I don't know.
Auntie Ethel's charm. Break this charm to receive all benefits. May enhance ability spell until long rest.
Bear's endurance, bull's strength, cat's grace, eagle's splendor, fox's cunning, and owl's wisdom. I mean,
Oh, she just left with the girl.
Did you see your lovely new debuff?
plus
I
one
love
bonus
you.
to intimidation check, but disadvantage on perception.
And
Disadvantage on hags.
that's
There's-
permanent.
Eh.
No, I don't want to move forward.
Oh yeah, she's not up here
Look.
anymore. I don't need to sneak around.
She took the girl and left.
Yep.
And
Why-
there's stairs behind the fireplace.
Yes, there is, because that's an illusion.
Oh, the stairs, they're an illusion?
No. The fireplace is an illusion.
Oh, okay.
You just kind of walk over it anyway.
I would like to take all of these objects, please. Yeah, I can't reach it. That's
I mean, like I said, I fully realized that was a bad idea, but I have established that I keep making terrible decisions with this character, so.
Well, we
There you
have
have-
found out more, which is we have a tampered parasite.
Yep.
Hmm.
Sure do.
Aw, man, not even my parasite's in one piece.
Yo, Geigo, Geigo.
Hey, lockpick boy. Thank you.
Yeah.
Arcane barrier, huh?
Oh.
what's in here.
Hiding something there.
Well, that is a coffin I can see.
Inside the barrier? Oh yeah, it
if you
is.
come close and pivot a little bit, you can see that it's a coffin.
Yep.
Interesting.
Pretty soon it'll evolve into Wheezin.
Is that like her phylactery or something? Like her fucking witch
No,
phy- lich
Yeah,
phy-
Hags don't have that.
Oh, maybe she does though.
She ain't a witch.
Oh, I got something to send to you, Enu. Couple of scrolls.
Did I
All
not
the shit.
rebind my shit correctly here? Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Loot all the shit. And loot all the shit. Dealing add to wares because she ain't here to catch me.
Toggle climbing, toggle weapons, toggle dual wielding.
Really, Willow, you're booing because we survived, or booing because bad decisions didn't go even worse?
Character sheet. Context menu. There we go. I didn't rebind context menu.
Oh, what pun did I miss? Or did I make one unintentionally? As I'm.
Coughing and wheezing.
Coughing.
Oh,
and wheezing.
oh. I was actually just making a Pokemon reference. But I guess that also makes it a pun.
Yeah.
Now Willow just doesn't understand Pokemon references. She's never played.
But given my proclivity to make puns, I do just unintentionally make them all the time.
Are we saying hi to Auntie?
You betcha. Except our friend L is at 7 health. And I don't think we can
Wait,
long
wait,
rest down here.
Oh, we can short rest.
I'm just saying, if
Wow,
we want
level
to,
2 only gave me a 7 on that. Jesus.
yeah, if we want to long rest before further confrontation, I think we have to do it outside the basement. So, figured I would give us that heads up before we move too far away from the entrance to this place.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and make a save.
Oh boy.
Yeah, the go to camp option is grayed out.
And we'll just take a quick short rest.
Put the wind back in my sails.
That gets our health situation sorted.
Mostly.
I mean, like, pretty much. Well. Autosave
I
was successful.
don't want to be first because you need to do conversation stuff.
I do need to do conversation stuff. but-
You are as thick as they come, sweetness.
I thought we were
Pretty
wet as a
little
week or
eye
whatever you
of
said.
yours is mine. Did you think you could sneak down here without my say-so?
Wasn't trying to
This
sneak
is
anywhere.
My personal playhouse, and you don't have an invite. Get out.
No.
Or what precisely?
Oh, the cocky ones are my favorite to chew on. Keep going, Petal, and you'll find out.
Well, I mean, she did tell me to keep going, so I guess I'll do that. Thanks.
Yeah, do you want us to leave or do you want us to stay? What is it?
What's that?
Would I pass my perception check on?
Magron?
Okay.
Standing mirror. Skull. Rogue's morsel.
Also, once again, let Inu be the first one to approach this area over here.
Blinded elf. Ooh, she got some stuff on her. Family portrait that's... Away, you say. Don't worry, I'm coming. Whispering mask, huh?
There we go. I was like, where's the
You
conversation
feel
at?
crushing waves of fear as the presence within the
It's
door
not a
recalls.
private moment.
Can't let
Yeah, I
people
can't listen
through,
in.
Not again.
Oh, let me listen in.
I'm in now.
Yeah, I managed to get in by listening in on someone else.
Images
No, but-
flash. A man cowering, a bag open at his feet. Gold coins spilling onto the floor. His cries for mercy are cut short as the
Vivi
hag
keeps headbutting the phone,
slices
huh?
into him,
Vivi, come
dismembering
here.
him painstakingly,
Come here, Vivi.
limb by limb.
Aw.
She cackles. The man's remaining flesh twisted and contorted, becoming the twisted surface of the door before you.
Oh, cool.
Flee, you
She
feel
would.
it cry.
But
I ain't afraid of no hag.
Two paladins and a cleric marching through the door, shrouded in the glow of the divine. Weapons brandished, they charge into the hag's lair. Screams
die.
of terror pierce the air.
You let them in? Naughty. That's a decade for each. You're mine for 30 more years, Petal.
Okay, is there another way
You
in?
see an image of blue skies and sunshine as the door shudders a warning. Run. Its form flickers, and you realize that the door is transparent.
Ooh.
add a bonus. Yeah.
How am I not close enough?
Yay! Success.
You see the hag. She walks through the door.
Yes, I've already worked out it's an illusion. Thank you.
The lightest
Yeah.
touch of hope brushes your mind as the presence within retreats.
So for when it comes to buffs and conversations, I've found in multiplayer recently that for whatever reason, I haven't been getting access to buffs from characters I'm not controlling. So it could just be the fact that, you know, Enu's not controlling your character, so he can't use your buff inherently.
No, no! Don't look! Mustn't look, mustn't see! I see it! I see what's to come.
You realize there's magic at work. Some type of spell. An illusion.
Me, dead, dead! Flesh rotten, bone shining! Lies!
All those
Lies. I
options.
see it! See truth, see death! All future!
Uh-huh.
No, real, real, knife twisting, bone raking, skull splitting, heart. Gods, don't hurt me. Oh, please, 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 please. No, monster. For mind dripping, flesh peeling, mind flayer.
Fucking option 2.
Yeah, just to scare him even further.
Leave me alone, please!
Blade, then become a gate.
Stop! Make it stop!
Aw.
Let's see what this does.
Stop!
My gentle Lawrence. He wished to know what was to come.
How'd that work out for him?
Away!
Not great from what it looks like.
Feel the barest hint of life from within the door.
Right.
Don't look. Don't!
You passed the check. Why aren't we able to just walk through
That's
it?
what I am wondering.
Stop! Please!
I guess you had to walk through first because you made the check.
Trembles at the thought of the hag. She would be furious if she caught intruders here.
Sneaky, sneaky.
There's no point in being sneaky. She knows we're here.
Okay.
I mean, hag's eye, so.
Auntie, be kind to our guest.
Fuck.
So we can toggle on non-lethal.
Mask of Servitude.
That's probably why I had the reminder of don't kill him, basically.
Well, I very much imagine that if we put on those whispering masks that got picked up a while ago, that might have been...
It was a while ago. It was the last room.
Yeah, a while ago.
So, how do we turn non-lethal on again?
I just turned it on.
Yeah, but we each have to turn it on, right?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm positive.
I don't know, man. Last time you said that, Sarge killed a guy.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if there's any way for me to be able to get 3 of them within a fairy fire. That one in the back is a little too far back in order for me to catch them.
What's up?
The backmost one was a little bit farther forward. I could get all 3. Oh, wait.
So you
I
say
found
you
the spot.
regret it, Willow, but you're probably happy that she understands cum and all that.
There we go.
I'm sorry. You want to phrase it?
I was yeah, I was waiting for somebody to make that joke.
Phrasing, Sarge. Phrasing.
I don't want to get fucked up.
Well,
I'd rather
I'm not
keep
the
my
one that taught your
concentration.
cat to come.
Yes.
That's on Willow.
I'll break their pretty little bones.
Vivi!
Don't make me
Vivi, come here, Vivi. Come see me. I will scoop you. You know you love being scooped. It's like your favorite thing.
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
Oh no, don't worry about it.
Yeah, fairy fire just turned off the moment I ran over.
Only on some things, I don't know why.
Not tempted.
Rude.
Don't make me hurt them.
Too high. Okay.
Over here. You borderly purulent horse ass.
That's right, I just called them a horse ass.
You horse ass.
Good shit on that
That
person.
did not get yeeted the way they were supposed to.
I can't move.
Yeah, you got feared.
You're already bardically inspired.
I won't do it.
Oh,
No, I'd have to get a top end roll in order for that to be able to avoid it.
Oh look, hellish rebuke.
Go for it!
No, I learned from last time.
Yeah, but it wouldn't have done like triple their health this time. See, you should have gone for
Wow.
the hellish rebuke.
Double 21s on that. What the fuck? My AC is useless.
Well, you didn't go for the hellish rebuke when it gave you the option.
I'm talking. Wetter than a 10-ton tar hat sucking maggot.
damn it.
That won't work.
20%, huh?
Oh, I had already picked them up.
Yeah, I was giving him more health, so he didn't fall down again immediately. Hopefully.
Gotcha.
I did see that.
Get this. Stop me.
They have a warhammer. That certainly explains why they hit like a brick.
Well, that and their little thing that they got going on.
No, just knock him down. Just bonk it. Just give him a little bonky bonk.
Since I got up, I can't. Not enough
Yeah,
resources.
so, as a reminder, you can right-click on enemies and examine them to see like stuff about them, like Mask of Vengeance notable feature Vengeful, which would explain why you got hit 3 times by that thing last turn after you hit it.
Come on.
Gabe, are you okay? I'm watching percentages for shoving, whiplashing between what looks like 70-something and 100.
Well,
Dear,
And
just
so-
press
you
the
able to
button
come
when
here
it says
for a second?
100.
And so part of the Vengeful trait does psychic damage, a good chunk of it, and currently all of us are vulnerable to psychic because we drank from the well.
I'm vulnerable to everything. I don't know what you're talking about.
You're vulnerable to everything because you drank from the well twice.
Okay, pushing even hits. Okay.
Yes, because that is a... If it breaks Sanctuary, then... it did, yeah.
Did that do... Okay, never mind.
Well,
Oh,
non-lethal
was good.
clearly does not mean non-lethal.
Did you use a spell on it?
Of course it did.
I'm pretty sure that's why.
Well, nobody ever told me spells were lethal.
I wasn't sure on it, but through some testing,
But-
through Partners in Minds game, it's looking like that might be the case.
But also, I don't really have a non-lethal option, so...
Yeah.
This'll be me. Pernicious, putrefying pissant.
Oh wait, I can play a song. You removed the mask, didn't you?
Sure fucking did.
They're dead.
Are they?
Yes, look, it doesn't say knocked out with 1 HP anymore.
Oh. Well, I thought it was helping.
Why am I still in combat?
Because there's still one left.
There's still one more left.
No.
That one's just making its wisdom saves on almost every turn.
Pipe down. Twitch, twat, twirl.
Oh wait. Sorry.
Pay attention.
Shall I compare thee to a sow's fart?
That was a good one.
Was it?
Yeah.
Two different musics.
No more.
Yes. If you loot the mask, they will die.
So I've noticed.
Just doing a reminder now that the battle's over.
Oops. Misclick.
And that does mean Speak with Dead is available on those two.
Well, probably not, because I killed them.
You can just use your mask to change your form.
Let's see here. Can't go there?
Oh, studded leather armor. That's better than my regular leather.
can't go.
Regular leather armor.
Can't go there.
You
Can't
might
go where?
need to jump.
Oh, yes, that is a
Oh,
jumping
there,
spot.
there's a hole. I
Yes.
thought that was just a wall.
Camera.
Yeah, welcome to this fun portion.
Mind the noxious fumes. It's probably bad for you. I
Yep.
failed a perception check, but like,
Yeah, it's the traps that are releasing the noxious fumes.
are,
Also, surprise, surprise, old One Eye failed a perception check.
are noxious fumes flammable? Yes, they are.
As was the ladder, apparently.
Yep.
Well, rip.
Oh god, I can't get the camera to reset.
Double tap your character portrait.
Okay, it's bitter.
Yeah, they're spewing from a vent trap. You're not gonna be able to blow them up, unfortunately. Well, not permanently, I guess I should say. Yeah, I know there's a trap.
Watch how you go. There's a trap.
Oh, the flowers count as traps, huh?
Yeah, because they go kaboom boom. Okay. You don't happen to have Featherfall prepared, do you?
I fucking do.
Okay, hold on. Let me jump over to you then. So, this is one part that I will do to try and save us a bunch of time. If we move I think it's from the platform we're actually on right now, but I think it's like slightly lower, like past this little fence line. So if we have Featherfall on and we jump from the spot that I'm at, we can bypass like this entire trapped area to land roughly here-ish. We just have to, once Featherfall's active, we have to use the jump command.
Do you want to do that ping again? I couldn't quite see where it was.
Oh yeah, hold on, let me also get my camera to cooperate. We'll land roughly here-ish.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And that'll let us bypass most of this noxious gas trap nonsense. Okay.
Yeah,
So,
I did in
just
fact
jump in that general direction.
did in fact keep Featherfall on bar specifically for situations like this. Whee!
How did I run through the poison? That was some BS. Alright, I guess do another jump from where you're at, because my character, I thought, wasn't going to pass through poison, but still did. There we go.
I mean, mine kind of almost did also, but...
Alright, hold on. Can we group up better? Oh, actually, I guess there's... Sarge, can you group up a little closer to L? I'm gonna throw some potions at us. Unless... Do we have short rest left? Oh, we do.
Yeah, we do.
Okay.
I didn't use one of them. I used Song of Rest.
Time to get going.
Yeah. Okay. Well, in that case, I'll just... I've been buying a plethora of potions, so I'll chug one of them to get me mostly back to full.
Just gonna go ahead and save.
Yes, please.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that area's a pain in the ass if you don't feather fall past it, so...
Yeah, like I said, I got access to Featherfall and I went, this is staying on bar. It's gonna be useful eventually.
Okay. If you go in sneak mode, you'll see that there's character sight in this area. That's essentially what's gonna trigger us going into some kind of conversation.
Well, that's my jam.
Okay. Now, don't end the conversation. I'm gonna do some tricky stuff.
Interfere in my business, and now have the gall.
But I'll wait until it looks
me
like
in
we're
the
at the
heart
end of the
of
cutscene to do it, in case it interrupts the cutscene.
Petulant bollocks! I'll rip your spine out your asshole! I'll use your blood to spice my
Cast it from here? Oh, I absolutely can. Fuck yeah.
keep you alive until I've sucked the marrow from your bones. And then I'll bring you back and do it all over again.
Just get
Where does
out
their
of here,
conversation actually end?
please.
Oh, right there. Silenced!
Uh-oh.
Oh, she's outside of it. But it did stop her from immediately doing her clone nonsense, so I'm just gonna move the silence onto where she's at right now. Because,
I
fuck
got
you.
to crit her for 29.
Target is too
Yeah.
far. Fuck off. Target. Ow!
What
Yep.
the
Oh,
hell?
god damn it.
Explosive plant trap.
Thanks, Al.
I walked right in. I didn't intend
I know,
to.
I know, I know.
Alright, so I use my action. Okay. So, and also, before we possibly do entirely too much damage, because I've silenced her, I want to give the heads up that there's an option here that we might miss. When she gets really low on health, she will offer a bargain to let her live. But I don't know if she'll do it with the silence up because she can't talk while she's in silence. So if we want to see what the bargain looks like, I can remove silence. Just be wary that if we kill her, then it's just we get to loot her and not do whatever bargain she has.
If that happens, it happens, but...
Yeah.
That won't work.
The bargain is a +1 permanent stat bonus to one character. Would you play Queen's High Seas? Yeah. No, not Queen's High Seas. What'd you play?
Queen's High Seas.
Why are we? Am I too far away? Is that why we're not playing in?
Probably.
Possibly.
Okay.
We started a round. We can't hear each other because of the silence bubble in between us.
Oh yeah. Also, burning cage. if that cage goes away, then she falls to her death. I don't know if anybody has any water bottles on them or anything.
No.
I have a potion of Featherfall.
Oh, I have water bottles.
Yeah, if you throw a water bottle at it, like, you've already used your action, so.
Yeah, I'm done this round, but I
yeah.
can throw one at it next round.
Yeah. Throwing a bottle of water at it will put the fire out, and then she'll be fine. Or you could send it to me and I can use my action to do it. Because I'd rather have you doing melee attacks and whatnot.
Okay, sent to you.
Sweet. Now let's see if she runs out of the silence. I'm assuming she will, but... Yep, she sure did.
She's not silenced anymore.
Is pushing a bonus action?
Yes.
Yes, it is. Alright, I'm gonna try and shove her back into the... Nope, too heavy to shove. Okay. Damn.
She's too fat.
Bitch too fat. I mean, I could try and thunder wave her back into it, but I need to use my action to throw a bottle of water this turn, so...
Or you could, like, send the water to me and I could throw the water.
I mean, if that's what you want to do.
I mean, my other option is to, like, throw fire at her from across the silence bubble.
Okay. Okay, yeah. Let me try and shove her way over yonder. Fuck yeah. Get back in the silence bubble, bitch. Okay. I mean, that's all I've got. I sent you the water bottles.
Excellent. Quit your whining, Melino. We'll deal with you in a sec.
Yeah. Oh, right. It's only my turn. Right,
Also,
right.
we're still on non-lethal damage as an FYI.
Oh. Well, we can turn that off. Unless we want to... No. If we want to do the bargain, that's not going to matter as much, so we'll just turn that shit off. Alright, song time. Queen... Nope, that was the wrong... You know what? I'll stick
Of
with
divinity
it.
and sin. Oh God, quit your bitching, woman. Water bottle. 100% death. What?
No, Willow, no, it isn't a +1 to every attribute. It's a +1 to one attribute.
I just want to double check. You're quite sure
What?
this is not going to kill her?
As long as you're hitting the cage, yeah.
Not her.
It says 100% death.
I mean, I guess save real quick, but that's how I've done it before, is throwing a bottle of water at the cage to put the fire out.
This ends well.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
It said 100% death, and that I was scared.
Yep, I trust your reservation in that. I totally get it. If I could... God, I wish it was a +1 to every attribute. There is a way to cheese this where you can get the +1 to every attribute and still kill her, but I didn't want to try and have us go through that process.
Very definitely could have been ordered away that wasn't fucking that. Yeah. I'm like, what do you mean 100% death?
100% death of a fire.
Yeah, apparently.
Do we want me to turn off my silence bubble on my turn to see if she gives us the bargain?
Again.
Oh, she's stepping outside of it anyway, possibly?
Ow!
Oh my God.
Ow!
Yep, she stepped outside of it. Okay, we're not getting her back in that, so I'm definitely dropping concentration on that. Drop.
What did she do to me?
She fucked you up, that's what she did.
There's
Some
fire
poison and
everywhere.
some fire, yeah.
Oh.
I'm gonna throw a potion in that direction because I am out of spell slots.
Well,
Why did that? I literally.
You got L.
I threw it at the ground
That was
between the two of
Sarge.
you.
Oh, what are you?
Literally threw it on the ground between the two of you so it would smash, and instead it just. Nope.
Let me smash.
This fucking game sometimes, I swear to God.
Good old Larian. We can't escape the Larian scuff no matter what we do.
It's just, it's this group, I swear to fucking God.
Wow,
bitch.
blaming us, really?
No, the game doesn't like us as a group, because I don't have these issues when I play with other people.
Try
Damn it.
something else.
Oh, it was my turn.
Oh, hey, I'm alive.
Yay.
I am, however, still on fire.
Alright, whack her again.
I've used my action, so I cannot put it out
You
with the fire.
have bonus action on your spirit weapon, don't you?
I just moved it into the poison cloud. It doesn't move that far.
That's fine. I might be able to trigger the cutscene.
Oh, okay. It's just that it's difficult terrain. Okay, I got you. I got you. Too heavy to shove. Right. Forgot.
Yeah, fire weapon. Yeah. Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that's worth it. Fuck. Okay. This is part of the reason why I had her in the silence bubble for so long. Oh shit! Yeah, I'm not part wizard. I don't have magic missile. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna fucking try this again. See if it's gonna be a dick to me once more. Oh, I can't get all three of you? Well, I mean, Karlach's at full health, so I guess it's... Actually, the only one that's missing health is... Okay. Place it on the ground behind him. There we go.
Wing it at his head.
Yeah, just chuck it at his fucking head!
Don't worry, there'll be healing potion on all the bits of glass.
You know, you don't have magic missile, do you?
Well, I do, but it's not on bar, and also I'm out of spell slots, so it wouldn't help anyway.
Oh, okay, that's the real one.
Yeah,
She
like,
didn't
I kind of
she
figured that
she
would be
didn't-
the case on a.
Oh,
Okay, no deal.
Something good here.
I didn't think I would hit or do enough damage.
I was surprised she didn't give us the deal. Whatever.
Tarnished charm, which makes it
Let's see,
easier for the wearer to accept or succeed death saving throws. Hey, Sarge!
Did she have a shit ton of money on her in scrolls? Because,
Not a shit
No.
ton of money. She had 2 scrolls.
damn. It was the very first time I ever did this fight, she had like 2,000 gold and like 12 scrolls on her, and I was like, holy shit!
She has a stick of some kind that grants a +1 bonus to unarmed attack rolls and damage, which seems pointless because you'll be holding the stick and therefore won't be able to do unarmed attacks.
Yeah, I didn't get that. That's a guaranteed drop, and I have never understood how that's supposed to work.
While the wielder's not wearing armor, they get a +2 well, that's just gonna get fed to Gale eventually.
Wait.
What?
Oh, yeah, that's not that useful.
Oh, she's still up in the cave. Oh, wait, no, there's a lever. Right.
Pull the lever, Crunk!
Yes,
There is.
no!
There is a lever. Oh, it's this orb. There we go.
Cat being a cat and being a problem.
There we go. Alright, you go talk to her.
Well, unless she automatically talks to you because you pulled the lever.
You bastard! You ruined it! You ruined everything!
What?
Okay, no, it is me.
Okay, good.
That is an interesting way of thanking me.
You want thanks? A slap is all you deserve. Ethel was going to bring my husband back. Back from the dead.
Nah.
And now I'll never see him again.
Nah.
Because of you!
Mm-hmm.
This. Just
Your
a bit
boobs?
longer and
Oh.
my child would have been born. And all this would have been over.
She was begging to be out of the cage, yes.
That very first one was like, are
Ooh,
you
yeah.
shitting me, lady?
Yeah, right?
Don't judge me.
I'm
have
judging you,
nothing.
bitch.
My baby would have been raised
My
in
baby.
rags. Auntie Ethel promised
My
to give
baby.
this child a good life. Teach them magic even.
Hag.
More than I could have done.
Hag!
What are you not
Oh my
understanding
God.
about this thing being a hag?
Fucking raise the child, bitch! I will bard you into doing this!
I always wanted to be a mother.
What happened with her eyes there?
Do it alone.
No, no.
Now I'll have to drag Connor's coffin all the way home.
That was the coffin that you
It's the
saw
only way
upstairs.
this child will ever meet their father.
Their
I
father.
hope you're happy.
Lady, we have resurrection scrolls!
Yeah, except we can't use them on them.
Doesn't what the fuck? This makes even less sense than Aerith.
Scroll of Revivify is purely for party members. So like the first and second time I went through that conversation, the whole time I was like, man, this game's just acting like clerics don't exist. And then I was like, those spells are prohibitively expensive for regular people, so...
Yeah, but we're not regular people.
Yeah, but she is.
But we're not.
Yeah, she doesn't have the money to, go out and get those services at the cost they would normally be at.
Well, she wouldn't need to. We could just do them for her.
I mean, I don't have access to a 5th level spell.
We just go buy a guy that does from the Skellington Man in camp or whatever.
Matt goes off on his own looting shite.
Yeah.
Camera.
No.
Camera, what are you doing? Oh, dear God. The camera really does not like enclosed areas. Jesus Christ.
No.
Of crones. What does the staff do again? Alright, it gives access to Ray of Sickness.
Come on, get down with the sickness.
I mean, it's better than the current staff I'm using.
Artemis, no.
Artemis,
Stop
yes.
it.
Where did I get the ever... Did someone send the ever-seeing eye to me? Is that where that came from?
I did not know.
No.
Oh, right. You want...
There was just a card, or just a thing that I picked up called Bitter Divorce.
Yes.
Ah, I see.
Uh-huh.
I
Uh-huh,
see, I see.
uh-huh, uh-huh.
Hold on, I do have a few notes that I picked up, so we should probably check those. Faded note. Read this every morning. Remember, she's not your friend. She's not your family. Don't eat the food unless she's watching. Don't drink the tea unless she's watching. Do not wear the mask. Do not wear the mask. Do not wear the mask. The word lies is written in large, thick letters across the rest of the text. We also have letter from Ethel. Blotches of ink are splattered on this unfinished letter written in an uneven scrawl. Sister dearest, are you feeling all right, Petal? I can't believe you let some pup give you the slip. I'd be mortified. Worry not. My redcaps nabbed the bugger. They're taking their sweet time with him. The screaming stopped a few nights past, but the sobbing continues. He'll die regretting he crossed a hag. A mother with a failing mind. You know me so well. I have the most darling mask for her. You must come to Viz. and a letter to Ethel. Written elegant cursive. Ethel, I've heard business has been slow. Rest assured I have a job for you. A client fled Baldur's Gate without payment. My agents picked up his trail along the Cointhar and have ensured he will pass through your territory. Do as you wish to him. In exchange, I have a girl who suits your particular appetites. Her mother's mind is failing. My contract has assured her you can help. Contact, rather, sorry. I'll have her sent by the usual route. M. M is for murder.
Anybody want this necklace called the Ever-Seeing Eye? It gives you access to using protection from evil and good. Either once a long rest or once a short rest.
Sarge, I have a problem.
In what way?
That sounds
It's
like a name.
Artemis. You know how I put Benito in my lunchbox?
Yeah.
She brought me the Benito bag
From your lunchbox?
from my lunchbox.
Lol.
It's currently hiding underneath my blanket, which she is now digging at, trying to get the bag of Benito.
I'll be right there.
What the fuck is all this shit I picked up?
What?
Oh, all of
Butterflies in the
Oh.
stomach, lost time, missing pets, a mother's loathing, lover's avarice, wilted dreams, broken promises, heart of stone, insanity's kiss, and faltering will. That all
That's a bunch
seems...
That's a lot.
It's a bunch of hag stuff.
It sure is. Found a mushroom circle.
Also, you did leave one oh no, that just says earthen bottle. Outlander walking on air. Wait, what?
What?
Successfully use a fairy ring. Oh, use the teleport circle.
I
Okay.
sure did. Now I'm on the beach.
Yep. Yeah, go talk to her.
Gods, didn't hear you coming. I know I should head home, but I can't bring myself to leave. The thought of putting him in a wheelbarrow and making the journey all over again.
I could pray for him. Ah, that sounds sus as
Oh, no,
hell.
no.
Aren't you the one that says that you are the poor decision maker, though?
Yeah, but I'm also
Oh, yeah.
cleric. I should start with cleric stuff.
Please. Connor used to say only a fool turned down the divine. I miss him. Every moment of every day. God damn it.
Oh.
Can you talk to her again?
What?
Ooh.
I could say a prayer if you like.
Yeah. Yeah.
How many times can I ask her if she wants me to pray for her husband?
I don't know.
See, now I'm curious.
Please.
Please don't.
Oh, okay.
Connor used to say only a fool turned down the... I miss him.
What?
What?
I could give him a prayer. All right. Well, let's find out.
What? You can.
I mean, I found this spooky stick.
You feel a surge of cold around. The air suddenly tastes acrid. It wants to be used.
Yeah,
Bring
definitely
it
nothing
back.
wrong with that.
Bring Connor back. Please.
Connor.
Connor. Hmm.
I think I can bring him back. Snap. You don't deserve it for talking to me with attitude.
Right?
What?
Yeah, as expected.
Well,
What? What's happening? Why is he still dead?
Because this isn't a cleric doing it. I mean, technically it is, but it's not a cleric's power.
Or
You
druids.
feel something pull at you. The creature yearns for.
Oh my god, can I have a pet zombie man?
Welcome to a Hag's deal.
This is what this is what you wished for, nut
What
job.
have we done to him? It's what you did to him.
So the hag fulfills her promise. Huh, creature's bound to the wand. Useful. Hold on, maybe it's not permanent. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's permanent.
Oh, this isn't what she promised.
Yes, it is.
I
Hag!
wanted him back the way he was. Not
I
this.
suspect you weren't specific enough.
Oh
Call on your
my
god
God.
to smite the undead.
Jesus
I
Christ.
mean, holy shit! 1, 3, and 4. God.
Oh.
I mean, I think 2's worse than 1.
Yeah. But,
Yeah.
I could make him a fucking thrall if that makes you feel better.
And, like, the worst part is that she knew that this thing was a hag. Like, going into it.
She sure
Letter
did.
to her brother straight up said, "I'm going to see the hag." If you know what a hag is, you should know that you don't fucking win in these deals.
Oh, okay. Hey, Tamora, you want to deal with this?
Oh my god.
Don't.
That's the one you're not gonna save before?
I mean, I had a save already. It's fine. We had a save. See, it's right here. I mean, somehow I feel like all of these lead to fights.
No.
Wait, Willow. What?
No pegs.
no
she,
peg
she
zombie?
wants us to peg the zombie, you guys.
How many,
Whoa!
how many times have you typed that word that it auto-corrected to that?
I mean... Or how many times have you yelled at Peg for it to
No,
think...
she just wants us to peg a zombie. You know how it is.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god, that leaves a terrible connotation in my
Well-
brain of where Peg would come up from, and
If anything, it should be
Ooh.
Marina that's pegging the zombie.
You feel.
poor Ray.
Bring it back. Bring Connor back. What?
You feel.
What have you done to him? What did I wanted him back the way he was. Not this.
Alright, so this is the option I've picked every time so far.
Oh god.
Yeah, I just don't like 2 that much.
What about 3?
Connor.
Man.
He's in there, but he might be. And if he is, I'll find him and bring him back.
Yeah, my wand.
Oh my god.
Well, there you go. Have fun.
Well,
Thanks.
he'll protect you on the way
We'll
back.
need more than luck. A bloody miracle, more like it.
Yeah,
I'll find
like
a
a
wizard or
cleric's power.
Maybe someone in
Oh,
Baldur's Gate.
Like a
Cleric.
cleric.
Connor always said you
Cleric.
can find anything in that city. Remember?
Uh,
I guess.
Bah!
bah.
Oh my god.
Well, there you go.
Idiot.
I really do not like this lady at all. I can't wait to find her in Baldur's Gate. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
that's what I'm hoping for. I haven't gotten to Baldur's Gate in any of my playthroughs yet, but I'm hoping that I'll run into her and see like what became of the husband.
I see the little blurb. Perhaps using the wand wasn't the best of
For
ideas.
this.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Nonsense.
to be fair, we killed them.
Well, I guess
Oh, gross.
Ooh.
we still have. What up?
So you remember those people that were under Hag's afflictions and whatnot back down in the basement?
Yes.
We can go back down there and interact with some of them
Can we?
now that the Hag is dead.
Well, some of them died, so like
Yeah,
through no fault
That's
of
what-
our own, mind you.
yeah.
They
Oh.
spontaneously died.
I'm not even talking about the masked people. There's the other people
Oh,
in like that
right,
first
Yeah.
little antechamber that we went to.
Gotcha. Them as well. Yes.
Like a lot of them are kind of stuck as is, but in particular, there's. Where the fuck is he? Ah, there he is. No, no, no! Don't walk over there. Jesus.
Hey, you want to walk over there?
No, I do not. Yeah, him.
Oh, me head. Oh no. No. Why ain't I petrified?
Hag's dead.
What? How am I still breathing?
Hag's dead. I just said.
I've the bite.
No, no, yeah. Uh-huh.
Why do you think I came to the hag? It was get petrified or end up covered in my own insides. I was on death's door. But now
Oh.
I feel great. How?
Hag is dead.
No. Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
I did say I'm gonna take every Bard option this game gives me. So.
But why? Bloody hells! Double-crossing, filthy, lying wretch! She
Yep.
made me sick and
Yep.
then trapped me in stone for kicks!
Damn right.
Yep.
So.
I'm almost impressed that's evil even by a hag standard.
Damn.
I mean, yeah.
Evil don't begin to cover it. My kids were only babes when I left. The stones know how old they are now.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Wait, why would you want to meet your kids? Hopefully they've shown children are disgusting.
Yeah.
Only 'cause of you. I ain't got no way to repay you.
That's fine, dude.
No, you'll figure it out.
No, what you've done for me and mine today won't be forgotten. Thank you.
Yeah, so I think it's only him and that dude that was yelling
The,
over by the door that we can
crazy,
interact with.
insane guy.
Yeah.
Lauren.
Is the hag gone? God, tell me she's gone. Oh, please.
Yeah, she dead.
May she burn in the 9 hells. The things she did. The things she made me do. Vile. Disgusting.
She made me peg a zombie.
You're the one. The mind flayer.
I'll flay your mind in a second.
Not one yet.
Say that again, I'll rip your throat out with my teeth. Not if I can help it.
No. The hag's gift is gone, but it's going to happen. Soon. I saw
Allegedly.
you screaming, covered in your own insides as that thing bursts out of your skull. You change, skin ripping from your body, and then you butcher everyone. Everyone around you.
I need timelines, man.
I don't know. Could be a 10-day. Could be any moment.
A 10-day?
I can't
With
do
chalky
this.
milk?
You're too dangerous.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I want my 10 days and my chocolate.
Hey, you come back here. I'm not done with you.
Give me my 10-day!
Give me my chicken 10-day. Help.
Yeah, so you could try
Can't help
healing
him.
them.
Yeah, if I had healing magic.
Oh, okay, in that case, I'll throw a potion at him, see if it actually does anything.
I was gonna see if I could just help, but no. Well, still knocked out. Did not reawaken.
Oh well.
Oh, we tried.
Okay.
Alright.
No. Improvised melee weapon, dash, hide.
Well, in that case, I'm teleporting back to Emerald Grove to go sell a bunch of shit. Because I'm pretty close to being encumbered.
Oops. So, looking at the map, it looks like we still have stuff to do at the Blighted Village.
Yeah, we haven't gone into the Apocarthy.
And we've still got
Oh,
the...
and I don't think we've done the windmill scene yet either.
The what now?
You'll see.
I also don't think we've... I mean, we've clearly still got stuff to do at the Temple
Journal
Ruins.
updated the Wizard of Waterdeep. What did we just get an update for?
The Wizard of Waterdeep.
Oh, his condition worsened again. How do we know? Did you go back to camp?
No?
I clicked on camp to escape out to get the overall map.
I mean, you can bring up the map and just use the waypoints from inside the map.
That's what I did, and I ended up clicking on the. Oh,
Okay.
it just shows me the camp map. Yeah, he's hunched over at camp right now.
Okay, so he's gonna need a magic item.
Well,
Well, and
not
I
a
have
problem.
a really cheap one.
No, I've got the stupid rod of not making any sense. I'll just
Yeah,
feed
but
him
that probably sells more than the Ever Seeing Eye, which only goes for three gold.
Oh,
I'd rather use that first.
yeah, I suppose.
So who's gonna go talk to him?
I mean, I'm the talkie person, so...
Okay, so I'm gonna put that in your inventory then, so you can use it.
But it says right here he can't absorb this item's magic, destroying
But
it.
he can, I swear to God!
But it says right here!
No, it doesn't! Oh, the fuck it does not!
Didn't Gal say he needed to eat this magic weed every couple of days? You literally fed him the spicy health sword yesterday. Yeah, we've not ended the day yet. It's not been a day. Although we should probably take a long rest anyway, because, like...
Yeah, you and I are both out of spell slots.
Yeah. I'm just gonna zip my way over to the Blighted Village before I do that, because that's sort of the next place to go anyway. Alright, anyway, back to camp.
And I'm sure Sarge isn't doing all that great on spell slots either.
I'll take that.
Oh man, Gale is not looking too good right now.
Does anyone else have anything that they need sold?
Hope you're keeping well, friend.
Hold on, I will check in a second. I have something very important to do while I'm in camp.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Now I miss Jaximus.
Jaximus!
Jaximus.
JJ! JJ the Jax Blade! Come here, bud!
I've got nothing on me.
You literally fed him the spicy hell sword yesterday.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Do I have anything to sell? I have, did we just, there's not a hotkey for add to wares, right?
No, there's not. But you can select multiple items at the same time and then make all of them wares at the same time.
Like, yeah, if they were next to each other, I guess I could do that, but...
Or you could also
He heard us?
You can also control click to select an item one at a time.
Sleeping!
JJ!
Jaximus!
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 JJ the Jax
boy.
Blade! Come
He
here,
is
bud!
a good boy.
Oh, Jugga Papa!
Boy!
He's the best boy.
You need to go give him some love. Willow, go give the boy some love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Don't
wait, we
get to
sold.
see him that much anymore.
We sold the shield. Why?
What are you talking about?
Damon has a shield that we definitely would have picked up and sold to him. That aside from the 2 armor class that a shield normally gives, it also gives +1 to all saving throws. And I know we have at least 2 people in party that are using shields.
Yeah.
So I'm surprised we would have gotten rid of that.
Maybe it's literally just in his inventory.
No.
Yeah, because that does not sound familiar at all.
Sarge, is that better than the shield that you have? Because I know Inu has some kind of enchanted shield.
I literally have a studded shield
Is
with
it
just
Sarge?
+2 armor. It is
Okay.
better by and far. That's what I'm saying. If we had it, that would have come up in conversation. We would not have tossed it.
Not necessarily, but okay.
Sarge, does not have to be a complicated answer. It's yes or no question. Is it better than the one you have? Like, doesn't need to be a whole thing, my dude.
Okay. Shield sent to you.
Okay.
You know what? Here, we're gonna send these over as well. Oh, Al, you can have the rest of your water back.
Yay, water.
Water. There is water here.
Alright, and that's why I sent you my old shield.
Yo, I'm gonna go talk to Gale.
My condition is worsening
Getting
again.
no sleep.
I need to consume some powerful magic or it may become volatile.
You okay? Here, I have a silly little eye thingy for you.
He's a nuclear bomb.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Jackson.
Jackson Miss, JJ.
Strange
JJ the
experience.
Jack's plane.
Each time anew, like a lost soul is spelunking through the darkness that is me, only to be sacrificed on the dread altar of the heart. Somehow the second artifact hasn't had the effect of the first. It's somewhat relieved the discomfort, but I fear my hunger hasn't quite...
Please tell me we didn't just waste a piece of magical equipment. No.
You do plenty for me, more than you realize. But this cannot be remedied. The magic isn't having the effect it should have. It's not like the last time, like a rainstorm that quells a forest fire. It merely drizzles. The embers still sizzle, the fire remains undefeated. I'm not certain what's going on, but nothing good. Please, I need to think. I need to retrace my steps to a glade of calm and think.
Uh-huh.
Thank you for the artifact. A great deal of trouble it was too. A great deal of trouble indeed.
I feel like that was the wrong form of two there, game, but okay.
Yeah.
Oh, what do you know? Lazel doesn't want to talk. Astral Lion is pretending like we don't exist.
Yeah.
Shadowheart also doesn't feel like saying words. And Withers is still Withers.
Yeah.
Although, how much does it cost for us to buy people from him?
I want to say 200, but they take up a party slot. I'm fairly certain.
Well, yeah, so here's some. I saw something online over the last week that basically just said you can buy infinite people from them, and they stand around camp, and as long as you're in camp, you have access to all of the abilities of everybody in camp, and you can just buy a bunch of wizards and have them cast a bunch of really, like, wizards and clerics and whatever else, and have them cast a bunch of stupid support shit on you before you leave, like long rest duration shit, and then just be ridiculously overtuned.
I don't know how many last for a long rest though.
It was like a list of like 20 fucking buffs.
Okay. I mean, I'd be down for it.
That's insane.
Yeah, it was pretty fucking dumb.
Yeah, because there's 12 hirelings that we can get, but all of them can be respec'd as if they were, a player character. So.
Well, let me just look, see if I can find the one real quick. All daily buffs that last until you long rest. Here we go. Armor of Agathis, Astral Knowledge, Expeditious Retreat, False Life, Long Strider, Mage Armor, Protection from Evil and Good, Shield of Faith, Speak with Animals, Bark Skin, Dark Vision, Detect Thoughts, Protection from Poison, See Invisibility, Warding Bond, Daylight, Gaseous Form, Protection from Energy, Aid, Death Ward, Freedom of Movement, Stone Skin, Disguise Self, Hero's Feast, Draconic Elemental Weapon, Acid Fire, Cold Thunder, or Lightning, Glacial Age, Blessings of the Trickster, Enhance Ability Bear's Endurance, Enhance Ability Bull's Strength, Enhance Ability Cat's Grace,
All of the
Enhance
enhanced
Ability,
abilities,
yeah, so on and so forth. Gigantic Endurance, Magic Weapon, Pass Without Trace.
Pass Without Trace would actually be super nice.
And then from special sources, you can get a bunch of other stuff, but that was all the stuff just from spells.
Okay. A bunch of those are concentration, so
Well, yeah,
unlike Longstrider, they'd only be able to hold one of those spells on a person or group if it targets a group at a time.
True. Counterpoint. They won't ever be in combat, so their concentration can't be broken.
Yeah, I'm not worried about that. I'm just saying, even though there's a ton of them, spells, like a bunch of them are concentration, so we're only going to be able to get one concentration spell per hireling.
Right. But this is a way for us to just kind of boost our power to a stupid degree if we feel like doing it.
It would let me not have to have Longstrider, because then we could just have one of the wizards at camp casting it on us.
So, I'm not saying that's something we necessarily want to set up like right this second, but it is something that I saw in passing over the week, and I went, I'm gonna have to remember to mention that, because just being able to stack a stupid amount of long rest duration buffs on ourselves before we leave that we don't have to worry about breaking because one of us got shanked sounds extremely useful.
Yeah.
It'd be like the infinite book heist, but involving more slavery. Technically, we're paying them for their services. Or at least we're paying a skeleton man for their services. So, are we good to end the day?
Yeah.
Should be.
Cool. I have enough camp supplies. Great.
I mean, this should be putting us into nighttime anyway, which are there any exclamation points?
Yep, I was just doing a quick scroll over for that myself. It does not look like it, no.
Okay. I'm still going to talk to Shadowheart real quick, because sometimes you can just get some extra dialogue out of characters.
Something the
Oh, yep, okay, I'm getting the scene with her, even though she didn't have an exclamation point.
worse. But it passes quickly, usually. The wound on my hand.
Why do I have your D20?
It never quite heals. And sometimes it causes terrible pain to rip through me. It's my burden, though, from Lady Shah. I can feel her influence somehow. I don't think so, but you're sweet to ask. Maybe just be patient the next time you see me wince or cry out. It'll pass quickly enough. It always does. Pain is sacred to followers of Lady Shah. Pain will give way to loss and then to the peace of her eternal darkness. You can tolerate a great deal of suffering so long as it has meaning. It's difficult to say. Sometimes I wonder if it's supposed to be guiding me, punishing me, testing me. But perhaps it's none of those. Perhaps it's completely random.
Perhaps.
I'd like to hope there's more to it than that. Some meaning that Lady Shah will reveal to me when the time is right. Until then, all I can do is endure. I cannot say. Not with what I can recall. But even then, it would not be for me to question her will. Lady Shah has her reasons.
It came to me, not you.
Yeah.
I know. I felt it. You wouldn't have been able to take it. The artifact has a will of its own. It'd fight back if it didn't want to be with you. I felt it go from me to you. You need its help, just as it needs us. Still just a box, after all.
A box.
Might not be possible. It's stubborn that way. Prone to lashing out. Keep it for now. We can all help to protect it.
Spooky.
Astral Lion.
Something the matter?
Sorry, there are other options I wanted to look at. You can.
You're straight to the point, at least. But still, I'm not
I'll
sure
just
you're
leave.
ready for Shah's teachings. Not yet, at least.
DC 5. Wouldn't let you go above a 22, though.
Very well. Perhaps there's potential in you. Let's see how you handle this. I am indeed a disciple of Shah, Mistress of the Night and Lady of Loss. I assume you've heard of her? My Lady Shah is the Night Singer, the patron of darkness and loss. Most fear the dark, like children, because in darkness they see their fears reflected.
Night is dark.
But Shah teaches us to step beyond fear, beyond loss. In darkness, we do not hide. We act. Pain, hope, the promise of better days. All of these are heavy cloaks that bend our backs and burden our hearts. We shed those cloaks. Before Shah, we stand gloriously naked, beyond the vanities of mortals. There's comfort, yes. But often there has to be pain beforehand. We tear down the lies the world is drunk on. The institutions they trust, the so-called gods they worship, the lives they cling to. We destroy false idols, topple corrupt organizations, fight heretics wherever they're found. There's often suffering, death even. Many people break before they embrace Shah's truths.
Artemis, ow.
You're wiser than most. Many people balk at our doctrine. It's the reason why we cherish secrecy. You've a habit of saying all the right things. Either you're very glib or we're kindred spirits.
I'm gonna go with the glib
Maybe
part.
both, knowing my
I don't know what you're talking about.
But yes,
Bonk.
once we've saved ourselves, we can talk more on this. You already know my biggest secrets. What more can you ask?
What's your cup size? 3 measurements. That's the next thing you can ask.
What? Besides my life's calling and the greatest problem I've ever faced?
Ow,
Well,
Artemis.
I like night orchids and can't swim. Is that the sort of thing you meant?
Yeah.
It's a deal. I mean, I literally can't. There's certain things I can't remember right now. Shah's secrets
Stop
must be
it.
preserved above all else. All who worship her know this. I have had certain memories suppressed, voluntarily, so that I can serve Shah without compromising her. If I manage to return to Baldur's Gate and fulfill Shah's mission, then my memories will be restored. Of course. It is an act of faith, not to be undertaken lightly. Shah will reward me when I succeed. Fine. What's on your mind? I don't think I've ever had a confidant quite like you. And if I have, I can't remember them.
She's digging the drow.
Astral Lion.
Yes. What? Who? What happened?
Back to Baldur's Gate. Back to Cazador. There's no other reason he'd want me alive. Of course, he'd send a Gur to hunt me down. First, they make excellent monster hunters, so find a vampire spawn sounds perfectly reasonable to them. Second, they're the reason I'm like this in the first place. It was a group of Gur that attacked me that night in Baldur's Gate. I would have died had
stop.
Cazador not appeared and saved me. Maybe.
Oh, I heard that
He
meow.
was just
Yeah.
the smell of blood. The point is, I have
It's our
history with these
newest
barbarians.
kitten that we've had for the past couple months.
Cazador's sent him a-
She very small, but very loud.
He's reminding me of
Oh,
his
is she
power.
very floppy?
Even in the middle of nowhere, you can reach me.
She likes belly rubs.
And he wants me back. Maybe he wants to make an example of me, to show what happens to runaways. Or maybe he thinks death is too good for me.
Right, kitten. Right, cookie puss.
We just have to be vigilant, keep our wits about us, and kill any monster hunters on sight.
Oh, she's so cute.
Okay. Do-do-do.
I say, might as well. Oh, okay. I was gonna say you could.
Nope. I
Oh, I hit-
accidentally clicked the bedroll.
I was gonna say you could have Inu run around to the other characters, see if they have anything else to say.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
I've been specifically grabbing Shadowheart for romance purposes.
Oh.
Think of it as tribute. The kind a king might pay to a more powerful neighbor to avoid invasion. As long as I pay, there will be peace. But should I ever stop, along comes a war. I can assure you, the battlefield would extend well beyond the borders of my body alone.
Well, that went nowhere.
Enlightening.
Will.
Well met.
I have an eye like you, Will. Except mine isn't secretly a sending stone.
I really don't necessarily want him to get out of the pack, though. Like that would take away his magic powers.
It's not like we're using him for anything.
I
though.
mean, yeah, but like presumably he likes his magic powers.
The
Beware
blade of the
your
frontier.
false promises. The missing druid, Halsin, was it? He may be talented, but only a Githyanki's Zathis can cleanse an embedded tadpole.
Yeah, the hag sure can't.
Not
Yeah.
anymore. She dead. Oh.
Mhm.
Well, good talk.
Well, we advanced what we could. Now it's time for night night.
Yep. Time for Sleepy Betty Bye. Okay. Time to use this owlbear egg.
Don't use the
No!
Giant omelet.
Where's the gods?
Is it going to be another night of alcohol?
Time to get crunk.
And cheese.
No, just booze. Straight booze.
We've done that before.
Yeah, well,
Not again.
no, we
We
get
need our vitamins.
we getting drunk.
Please let me have a pear.
No,
Get a
alcohol and
pair of
alcohol only.
glasses of alcohol.
Oh,
More smoochy dreams.
yeah.
Oh shit.
I promised I'd be
I
back.
didn't realize we'd be getting the second one so soon.
Don't worry.
Al Leader lost an eye today. Let him have his damn booze.
For now. You haven't been using the parasite's power.
Nope,
You think you don't need it.
I don't.
I want to. You haven't given me the option yet.
As you expected. You hoped the fey magic of the hag might be enough to remove your tadpole.
I didn't use
But
it.
wasn't. You're desperate to be rid of it. Understandable.
But you're looking for solutions in the wrong places.
Oh, maybe that's why we're having the dream, is because you took up the Hag's deal.
The hag did not deceive you on this front. Your
I
parasite is
picked the
unusual.
same option I did.
It is wrapped in magic that prevents its removal. Until the source of the tadpole's magic is destroyed, any attempt to remove it will kill you. You were lucky that you
I didn't
only
lose an
lost
eye.
one. You could have lost much more. The parasites are merely a symptom of a greater sickness in Faerun. I am not sure yet. To find the answers, we must
So far,
first
you and I are
find
picking the same
source.
exact options that you knew.
These
We are the same
parasites are
person,
more
Natsu.
than
This
an
has been
infant spawn.
established many times
They are
over.
vessels for control. The infected hear the voice of the Absolute and believe it to be a god. That is how the cult of the Absolute is spreading. The highest of their rank, the True Souls, carry a tadpole just like yours. It is how they receive their orders. It is what makes them obey. When the order to transform is given, it will not be a matter of days. They will be mind flayers in an instant. Were it not for my protection, so would you. I have powers of my own. Unique powers. But know that we are alike. Just like you, I was infected with a mind flayer parasite. Just like you, I seek to be free of it. I've been trying to escape from this evil for a long time. Once, I almost succeeded. Now, through you, I've been given a new chance. You can go where I cannot, and I can protect you from that evil. If we work together, we may turn this around. Hells.
Oh,
They
right.
need me.
They're all
I
private
have to go.
moments.
I unlocked it.
No. I can handle this. For now. The power I used to protect you, I stole it from someone. They want it back. I will hold them off for as long as I can, but sooner or later I will be worn down. You must discover the source of the magic that controls the parasites before that happens. Follow the cultists' trail. They will lead you to their masters. Use the powers your parasite gives you to convince them you are one of them. And when you find the source of their magic, destroy it. Go. Our freedom depends on it.
I have a feeling I picked all the same choices you did. You knew?
Well, I mean,
Because every time I looked over, your speeches, your person's text was matching up with what mine was saying.
Elle, how many times have we started up a new game and picked the exact same character, like literally picked the exact same character, the exact same class, and made the characters almost functionally identical?
More times than
Too
I
many to
can
count. Same person.
Same person. Same person.
So wait, does that mean I'm actually playing with a hive mind right now? That's starting to be what it feels like.
Yes.
Join us, Sarge. Join us.
One of us. One of us.
One of us.
Most of my dialogue was the same, but mostly because these are questions I have. And why do you feel hyper sus for stealing someone's powers to protect us?
And why do
And
I
what
need
do you
a
mean
target to cast Speak with Dead in the first place? That's so annoying.
Quick, go cast it on Withers. He's clearly dead of a variety.
Just speak with him without casting a spell.
No, he's not valid. Wait, what? Why does he only have 1 health? He used to have more than 1 health, didn't he?
No, he just has one.
Huh.
I don't know. I don't recall if he had more than one or not before.
All of his stats are 10 except wisdom, which is 18. Immune to control undead and has opportunity attack. Level 1 skeleton.
Skeleton.
Interesting.
Fate spins along as it should.
Dylan.
Dost thou require a new ally? Or mayhaps a resurrection instead?
No, I don't need a resurrection. I am curious. Let's talk about
Very well.
hirelings. Oh, it's only 100 to recruit a hireling.
Ah, nice.
Okay.
Interesting.
If she had something to say about the dream, does the Astral Lion have something to say?
Probably.
I had another visit from
Yep.
that dream figure. I take it you did too. It claims that if we infiltrate the heart of the cult that's giving out these parasites, we'll find the answers we're looking for. It gave me another gift, too. Just like it did the first time it appeared. Rather generous, if you ask me.
Well, it gave you a gift. It just spouted some fucking inane bullshit at me.
On the one hand, you're right. On the other, don't be so wet behind the ears. Do you actually want something, or are you just here to spoil my fun?
Oh, don't think I can't do both.
Oh, damn it! Please don't get mad at me! I want to romance you!
What is it with women and the vampire? Jesus Christ. Because honestly, from all the clips that I keep running into, it's
Asterian.
Purpose was to take on this cult of
it's
the
either
Absolute,
Asterian
to infiltrate its
or
ranks
squid
and
fucking.
bring it
It seems
down
to be
from
the only
inside.
two options that come up.
I mean, the squid fucking's obvious.
The result of some manipulation of the tadpole's psionic abilities. Given the magnitude of what we're up against, I see no harm in considering the benefit this offer might afford us. Could be the only way to reach this source in one piece. I admire the vigor with which you uphold your principles, but I would remind you that the evils of the Absolute are far greater than any moral compromise we might make by using our tadpole's full potential.
It's a pretty morally compromised standpoint there,
Confidence
Gale.
in our existing capabilities is quite rousing, though. Perhaps that spirited enthusiasm will be strength enough to subdue the cult when the time comes.
Damn right it will be.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Anyway, see ya. Will, what do you have to say about the mind worm?
I had another dream
Waiting.
last night. The visitor came to me and ordered me to penetrate the heart of the very cult that's spreading the infection. It gave me a tadpole gift too, just like it did the first time it appeared. I suppose it hoped this would help. At first, I thought we should avoid these gifts no matter what advantage we gain. And yet, I can't help recall the words of my father. The best plan is the one that works.
Yeah, that's a pretty
Yeah, but he's
fucked up way of
captured by
looking at the
Drow
world.
Be enough to edge us towards victory.
Not exactly convincing from Mr. Hellspawn over here.
Or
Then we do
talking
well
about
to
the
walk
man who was
around
captured
it.
by Drow.
Use these powers sparingly, if you must use them at all.
No, I want to use them every second of every day. Just give me the goddamn option.
The reason we don't put you in charge of dialogue.
Oh, can I do it already?
This one is a true soul.
Yeah!
It can enhance you. You can absorb.
Did
its
you take the
potential.
jar out of my inventory
Open
at
your
some
mind
point?
to it. You already know
If
how.
I did, I don't remember.
I love how Lae'zel is just standing there staring at you like, bitch, what are you doing?
Your mind swells as it subsumes everything the tadpole has to offer. Everything it was and everything it was destined to be. Pure
Lae'zel's getting
potential.
an itchy murder hand over there.
Good. You have grown your power and improved your chances of survival.
Yeah, we should get plenty of these things if you want to use them as well, El. I know we've already missed out on one because we didn't take it from that dude's body, or we rejected it instead of taking it.
Yeah, that I had a specimen in my inventory and it's gone now.
It says that there's 2 tadpoles available, so there must be at least one somewhere else. Did someone stuff them into their traveler's chest then? Maybe that's what you did with yours?
That is a possibility.
Which one's my chest? It was the second from the left. Okay, none of these are opening. Why? Hello?
Very delayed. No, it's not in my chest.
I can't even open my chest. What is going on?
The chest opening was disabled when you added an extra worm into your brain.
Oh, as soon as I clicked into the tadpole menu, I saw the chest pop up. Hello? Alright, I guess I'll do this first. Yeah, it says there are 2 tadpoles available, so there is a second one somewhere.
Hmm.
Well, it's not in my inventory.
The game didn't like you eating the brain worm. Yeah, clearly.
Apparently.
Oh, well, I don't know.
I mean, you might be able to just open up the menu and use it for yourself. You might just use it from wherever it's currently stashed.
What menu, incidentally? You keep saying
so
this
right
as
above
if
the
it's...
mini-map, right above the mini-map in the upper left corner.
Oh, I see.
Also, the hotkey is B. B
Oh,
for brain.
that's gross.
B for brain.
Ew.
That was gross.
Oh, you used one. Yeah, so you saw
Yeah.
the animation then. I forget where are the outer abilities, because I want to make sure I'm working towards the correct one. Ooh, yeah, displace. Creature suffering falling damage because of your actions taking an additional 1 through 8 psychic damage. Yes. Oh, and Force Tunnel. Yeah. Yeah, that's probably what I'm going to go for first.
I mean, there's still
So
another
3 hit points
tadpole
is
there, my
nice.
guy.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out which one I'm going to move towards, because I'm also seeing Shield of Thralls, which I can either give myself or an ally 10 temporary HP. And that might be the one I'd go for to keep going for support stuff.
I don't know if I want to use this menu.
I'm
creeps me out.
I'm not using it, I'll tell you that much.
I think I'm going to go for the fall damage one first. Yeah. Alright, cool. Elle and I have both used a tadpole piece.
Oh,
I
good.
can
And
open
now
my
the
chest.
alert is gone.
Hey, look, I can open my chest again.
I see.
Yeah, I don't see any empty spaces in mine, so if it wasn't in my chest, it was either at the end of it or... Well, I guess there's no other option. It either wasn't in my chest or it was at the end of it, because I don't see any open gaps. I do not like this menu. No, I do not. Wait, you don't like the brain menu?
No.
I do not like green eggs and ham.
I do not like them, Sam. I am.
Alright, ready to leave camp?
Hold on. Yes.
Oh yeah, I was in the Emerald Grove.
Wait, hold on. Did that just
take it? Why'd that
did
update?
it just update Wizard of Waterdeep again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have to give him a third magical item.
Oh my gosh.
I've
This
got
baby.
I've got one in inventory, so. Bruh, we just left
Have at
2
it.
seconds ago.
We
Bruh.
fed you, dude. What the
Bro,
heck?
we just fed you.
His condition is worsening.
My condition likes being ignored
gonna
as little as
blow!
I do. I must consume another artifact. And soon.
Why didn't you tell me that
Bruh,
before
we're
I
not
walked
ignoring
away,
you.
loser?
This is now 2 items within 24 hours. 3
Also, we're
items
not
within
ignoring
48.
Thank you. Good gods. It hardly has any effect. Oh, Mister, have mercy on us all.
Well, yeah, dude, you're an
Listen, I need to
addict.
speak
This
to
is
you
how
all of you.
addiction works.
It would be unconscionable of me to remain silent.
Well, go on.
Number 1, my lord.
I might just be about to remedy that. You have to know who I was. You have to know who I really am.
Oh, we get to get his
Satan?
backstory.
What I
Good.
am
Backstory
is a
time.
walking shadow of the promise I once held.
Yeah,
You get to
literally.
find out about how
What I
he
call
fucked
a
a
wizard
god.
prodigy. Who from an early age could not only control the weave, but compose it. Much like a musician or a poet. Such was my skill that it earned me the attention of the mother of magic herself. The Lady of Mysteries. The goddess Mystra. She revealed herself to me and she became my teacher. In time, she became my muse. And later, even my lover.
Uh-huh.
It's fair to say her intimacy is not easily won. Nevertheless, I did. We enjoyed each other's company. Body, mind, and soul. But even so, I desired more.
I wanted her sister
See,
as
no
well.
matter how powerful a wizard we mortals can become, we never scratch more than the surface of the weave. Mystra keeps us in check. There are boundaries she doesn't let us cross. Yet, every time I was with her, I stood on the precipice, gazing into the wonders that lay beyond. I sought to cross her boundaries.
She wasn't into butt stuff, but I really wanted to.
Perhaps. But enticements beyond the perimeters of mortality are powerful motivators.
You could
Tried to
feel the
convince her.
smugness radiating from his
Pouted.
face as he said that.
Pleaded.
Mm-hmm.
Swore my ambition was only to serve her better. She only smiled and told me to be contented. Inconceivable as it seems to me now, I shared a bed with a goddess, yet I wasn't satisfied. So I sought to prove myself worthy to her instead. We come now to the crux of my folly. Shall I share the story behind it, or would you rather head straight
Oh,
to
don't
its
stop
sordid
now,
finale?
dude.
Story behind it. I want the whole story.
Tell me all.
Very well. Here goes.
Thousands of years ago.
Once upon a very long time ago, a mighty lord lived in a tower. A flying tower, to be precise. I'll save his history for another time, but the gist of it is that he sought to usurp the goddess of magic so that he could become a god himself. He almost managed, but not quite. His entire empire, Netheril, came crashing down
Netheril.
around him as he turned to stone.
Sounds like
The
netherite.
magic that was unleashed that day was
Mm-hmm.
phenomenal. Roiling like the prime chaos that outdates creation. Even the weave itself could not withstand the onslaught. It fractured, then shattered, and all magic was lost to the mortal realms. Until the day Mystra returned. She restored the weave, reuniting all its scattered shards. Or so I thought. Until, in the course of my studies, I learned of a book. A Netherese tome in which a piece of the fractured weave had been sealed beyond her reach. What if, I thought, what if, after all this time, I could return this lost part of herself to the goddess? I don't discredit my reasoning. Alas, that my execution was rather less sound. I was certain that this deed of raw power draped in romance, would convince Mistra to take me by the hand and welcome me into her hitherto forbidden domains.
Still talking about butt stuff.
I obtained the fabled book and took it into my study. As for what happened next...
Hiking.
Here. Place your hand over my heart. Let me show you.
Aight.
You feel the tadpole quiver as you realize Gale is letting you into the dark. You see through Gale's eyes, staring down the corridors of a dread memory. A book, bound, and suddenly opened. Inside there are no pages, only a swirling mass of blackest weave that pounces. Its teeth, its claws, it's unstoppable as it digs through and becomes part of you. And gods, is it ever hungry.
Thankfully, the moment I absorbed the fragment wasn't enough to kill me outright. It was only the beginning. This Netherese blight, this orb, for lack of a better word, is balled up inside my chest. And it needs to be fed. As long as I absorb traces of the weave from potent enough sources, it remains quiet. Were it ever to fully destabilize, however. Rather worse, actually. I will erupt. I don't know the exact magnitude of the eruption,
phrasing.
but given my studies of Netherese nature, I'd say even a fragment as small as the one I carry, it'd level a city the size of Waterdeep.
He is a nuke.
He's a nuclear bomb.
Yep. Yeah, number one.
One chance upon a king's collection of magical artifacts around the corner. We might cross paths with a miracle round the bend. Then again, we might not. All of this. It must feel like a betrayal. Say the word, and we'll part ways.
So what you're saying is that your figurative demons were actually very literal demons.
That is a great relief. Oh, a great relief indeed. You truly are a soul
letting a
that
nuclear
steals my
bomb
own.
wander off on his own.
From all my new rallied heart, I thank you.
Especially when
Thank
we
you
have the
all.
means to keep the nuclear
I
bomb
understand
contained.
if you stand against me. I'm humbled if you stand with me. Either way, I will do my best not to let you down. I stand at a precipice, but if you do not give up hope, neither shall I. I'll fight. I'll resist as long as I can. Now, even I am tired of the sound of my own voice. Let us venture forth.
And blow up Waterdeep. I mean...
So anyway,
We're not going to Waterdeep.
Yeah, Baldur's Gate, my dude.
Yeah. So my man's here has literally fucked a god.
And got a nuclear bomb in his chest for his troubles.
Well, no, he got a nuclear bomb in his chest because he tried to be a god. You know, as you do.
You a god.
But time.
That's a story for next time.
Yes.
God damn.
We are at time. So, next time, this spooky village, I guess.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, until then.
Goodbye.
Adios.
Bio.
Yes. Yeah, good old bio every time. All right, later.
Bye.
Bye.